We have returned through all odds. Ice cream has been consumed, and faith in humanity partially restored. And now we can all move on with our games. So, last we left off, you all, the dragons of the Rise of Dracovum, have all returned to the Jewel of Dracovum, the city that can just see the Dracovum in the distance. The glistening, as you have now partially explored it, pile of gems floating in the sky. You are all well drank with some traumatizing drinks. Those were fun. They worked out. Some of those were supposed to be positive experiences, but the dice decided nope. So you are all partially traumatized, mostly drunk, and trying to decide what to do in the city. Vix with the amazing catch on the mic for the sneeze. Well done. In my dreams I am that quick on the mute button. So, I would like to start with everybody just rolling a con save.
Oh boy.
Does this count for people who weren't drunk?
I'm gonna say if you weren't drunk, you roll with advantage.
Okay. First one was a 3, so thank God for Advi.
Comes with a +3. If it would go through. I did not type it correctly because I'm dumb.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, I crit.
Nice.
Nice. Hope to see it.
Alrighty.
It does seem like
the
rolling screen. There we go. There we go.
I didn't. I was like, "What's taking so everybody so long?" And I'm like, "Oh,
I was wondering what was the rolling screen.
My setting of the tab for the rolls not being up." There we go. So, I would say first off, we've got Twang. You wake up in the middle of the night, not too hungover. You feel like you instinctively drank a large amount of water, and you're getting up with a need to visit the privy. But aside from right after you wake up, and one of those weird coincidences where you wake up for one thing and then something else happens, you hear a creak in the roof above the room that you're in. A little bit of dust come loose from some of the boards, but the distinct sound and experience of someone is walking on the roof, which as you glance outside and guess it's probably like 2 or 3 in the morning, seems like an odd thing to be happening.
Would I be able to wake anyone up?
I mean, everybody's around, yeah. I think, Aoife, I think you're even sharing the room with the other folks.
Yeah, yep. I will be.
Well, my first step would probably be to, let's say, Ashy. Walk over, take him.
So you just wake the rest of the crew?
Yeah.
People awaken also, strangely, not that hungover. Everybody rolled pretty well. You all are not feeling any major ill effects of the previous day's activities, but you are woken up in the middle of the night by Twang.
Did you all hear that?
Can I hear it?
Aoife, you were still unconscious at the time, so not really.
Right, so it's not.
You
what
do
the fuck are you talking about?
You probably see some dust like settling, which seems odd.
There's someone up on the roof.
It's an old building, Twang. Are we on the top floor?
Y'all are on you're on like the second floor, which is the top floor for the building.
Okay.
No, I swear. I heard something, I swear.
Then you go check it out.
I would prefer to not do it alone.
So early.
Fine.
Do we have
Ashy.
to go this
What
exact
about your
moment?
What about your pet thing?
Ashy's wyvern kind of crawls up on the little table in the middle of the room and just like
Would you like
Yes,
to come with me?
just looks over to Ashy.
Ashley just nods and then put her face in a pillow like,
Like, yes, if you can go and then I can sleep. It's kind of the motif that's happening. And he's like, kind of half flaps, half just hops over onto Twang's shoulder.
Well, I guess it is just you and me then. To the roof? Is there a way onto the roof? Would I have to leave the building?
I mean, there's a lot of ways to get on the roof. There's a window in the room you could crawl out of. There's other buildings. There's the side of the building. You don't know of a roof access, but you could go look.
As long as Nyla isn't watching, we're fine. Because that's when the good rolls happen. You need to stay asleep. Do not wake up.
you're like starting to wake her up, and you're like, wait, no, just like put her
No,
back.
go back to bed. Go back to
Why are people yelling? What is happening? Why?
I am going to check out the very
Is
evil
someone
thing on the
dying?
roof.
Is someone dying right now? Because I can't do shit about it anyway, because I haven't got my sleep.
Okay.
So if someone's dying, still let me sleep.
I will leave. Come, small dragon friend. I guess I will climb out the window and try and climb onto the roof.
Nice. I'm gonna say go roll. Well, you can go athletics or acrobatics. It's your choice on that. One of them is easier than the other.
We are going to go acrobatics
Good.
with a +8.
Woo!
My highest thing. That would be a 26.
Without issue. As soon as Nyla turns her back, rolling to the other side to try to get some sleep, everyone else sees Twang slide the window open and then do a kip up out the window and then onto the ledge of the roof and then just tuck roll up.
I will be back.
It's objectively so stupid that it always works like that.
You're not allowed to look. That's how it works.
Twang, give me a perception check.
Alright, that would probably not be with a +8. Yeah, that's with a +6.
Oh no. God forbid.
How horrible.
Oh no.
25.
It is
Okay.
unreasonable. You see a
We take
figure.
what we can get.
You see a figure almost perfectly hidden in shadows, but you can just make out the silhouette against some backlighting with the rest of town. That is kind of knelt, not directly in your area, almost halfway across the roof, over by the chimney stacks. It seems to be fiddling with something at the base of the stack.
I don't know if Twang would speak up or not.
I was gonna say if you're
Oh,
going
really?
to,
He would.
if
On an
you
11 or higher, you talk.
You know what? Sure. Raw D20, 11 or higher. I'm gonna say something. Okay, nope.
all right,
Oh.
then give me a stealth check as you're essentially not trying to be noticed in this situation.
I love high dexterity. 8.
Oh, jeez.
Beautiful roll.
Rolling hot. Nyla can't see through the roof, so.
Nyla is just zonked out.
It's my
Nyla's thinking about
special.
the hot half orc from 1,000 sessions ago. Just
Yeah.
man.
It's my special ability. she's not looking, I am like a superhero.
Nyla falls asleep thinking about that half-orc. The camera pans halfway across the town to this half-orc just like up in the middle of the night trying to make rhymes for hot dragon lady.
Mine's
Just like
Nyla.
pile of crumpled paper in the corner of the room.
Yes.
Nyla, you're so... Wish you were mine, la...
And if she were about it, she'd be like, this is the worst.
Not a-
Nyla, I would die for you.
Oh,
Amazing.
The roommate mumbles that in like half asleep, and he's just like, yeah, yeah, and he's like starts writing it down.
genius!
You write a full-scale version. I will write a full-scale version of something that was Jeff, you must perform.
That's fair.
It'll be like 20 sessions from now, we're gonna go back to that bar.
Oh, yeah. My creative writing major will be used in full.
Awesome. We'll have to animate and release the single.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, Twang, it seems you are unnoticed as the figure does not react. You just get really low with the pitch of the roof and the shadow around you. Ashy's little air companion, like crouching low on your back. You see them grab what looks like a couple of like loose stones and like place them and like try to like move something and then leave it and then adjust some things and like try to adjust something and then eventually they seem satisfied. They do that like look around thing that they don't notice you, and then they start making their way down the opposite side of the roof.
Ooh, do I go check out the thing or do I tell my friends? I am too curious for my own good. I'm gonna see what that thing they put together was.
Alrighty. Yep, pretty easily. You sneak up, you catch the figure, essentially just get to the edge of the roof and then just jump off. But as you see them jump, they don't like fall at the speed you expect. You see them like kind of almost just step off the roof and then start hovering downward till they're out of sight. And you go over to the chimney stack and you see, stabilized with a few loose stones and broken bricks, there is a wooden figure with a holding up some kind of orb made of a stone of some kind. You could make a religion check on it.
I can try. I don't believe I'm proficient with religion. Nope, that is a +2. An 18. Jesus.
I mean, you're relying on dark vision here, but even with just out of the black and white, you can recognize the form that is typically associated with the Moonweaver. So a little like wooden figure for the moon god. It looks like there's a piece of stone being used for the actual moon. But yeah, it's been placed up here on the roof.
Twang will... Am I able to pick it up?
Yeah, it's a small like handheld figure.
I think I'm going to pick it up and then go back into the room through the window I left from.
Nice. Give me the acrobatics check for coming in through the window.
Alright, acrobatic. Same as before. Okay, that's a dirty 20 then.
Still a
with
dirty
plus
20.
8.
It doesn't have the insane how did that even happen flourish of the exit, but the still you get a good swing off the ledge and then into the window, landing without too much trouble. And it's a good like foot and a half slender wooden figure holding up like the moon. And now that you have a little bit of light in the room, or you can cause light anyways. I don't know if light would be on or off with everybody sleeping.
Well, now I would want to go over to Nyla, because religion is kind of her thing.
Mm-hmm.
Walk over. Take. Hey!
What? What? Is someone
I,
dead?
wa- I was right. There was someone on the roof. I'm not joking. There was actually someone. I saw them.
Okay.
They have this thing. I have no idea what it is. It's like a statue.
Is it a statue that will still be here in the morning?
Nyla, take this seriously. This could be a big thing.
I am
Okay,
taking
look.
this so seriously. I will look at the fucking statue, okay?
It is pitch black at the moment. You can light cantrip if you'd like.
Like,
Nice. Make a religion check for me.
as soon as my sheet loads, I will. There it is. Also, a reminder that religion is an intelligence base, not a wisdom.
Is true. That's pretty good.
16.
So, with your actual background in the, in religious services and things, you, especially with the light, the thing you notice immediately is that some of this doesn't fit. The wood-carved moonweaver makes sense. Holding up a stone representative of the moon makes sense. But looking at it, you would think they would use, like, a polished quartz crystal or something. Some sort of stone to represent the moon. They have chosen a bloodstone, a dark red, although well carved and smoothed and properly set. This is sort of that is not how you do this, and it's mildly, you're not sure to what degree, but it seems mildly blasphemous to make it a blood moon. And it was clearly being placed to be visible in the night sky.
Cool. Well, that's creepy. Where are we in the moon cycle right now?
You're probably heading towards the full moon. You're probably another week out.
Okay. Alright, well, that's rough. Okay. So...
I just wanted to let you know because I'm paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it is?
I mean, okay, so... It's a statue. The statue will definitely still be here in the morning. I do want to make that so clear.
Okay.
And... I mean, it's weird, but this is wrong. And then I explained, like, the bloodstone thing. It's like, this is... off. These are not Sahanin vibes coming off of this. This is incorrect. Can't really tell you much more on it at the moment.
That is okay. We should probably rest anyway. It's just I woke up and I heard steps and I was like, what? I checked it out and I found that. There was a person. They were sneaking. They were very clearly trying to not be seen. But I saw them. They're not very good at their job.
She's just gonna muffle into her pillow, be like, "Did you ever see what it was?"
Well, no. It is very hard to gather details while trying to sneak amongst a rooftop with another person who does not want you to know they're there.
Then they did a good job.
Shut up. Go to bed.
Wonderful point. A wonderful
She's
point.
just gonna,
Archie. A
she's gonna
wonderful point,
grumpily
Peter.
muffle like, "I'm trying," and then throw one of her pillows at Twang.
Eva
Next
has
time,
gone to
we're
bed.
getting at least 2 rooms. Alright, here's the deal. So, in the recap that you just gave me, I just want to make sure we're on the same page here before I pass right the fuck out. So, you heard a thing, you went on the roof. Oh, you heard a thing, you woke me up. You went on the roof.
Yeah.
You saw people doing a thing.
One. There was one.
You saw a person doing a thing.
Yes.
So you got the statue. You brought it back here.
Because they put it there.
Yeah, that was the person doing the thing. Yeah.
Yes.
All the detail we have. And then you woke me up again.
Okay, you are really highlighting the wake you up part, and I feel like you're overshadowing the rest. I don't think you're getting what I'm trying to imply.
People were doing shady things. Yes, I get that part. I fully understand that part. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're getting across. What I'm trying to get across is the longer you keep me up, the less likely I will have spells to do anything about this in the morning.
Okay, I'm sorry. And Twang will just, like, waddle away.
I can't do anything about this now.
Ashley's gonna continue just muffling her pillow to be like, I just want to enjoy actual pillows.
Alrighty. With that interruption, everybody seems to, like, basically roll back to sleep. Twang, you kind of get... You've been like, okay, partially scolded, but you have this thing in your hand still. Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay, and that would come with a +2 again.
Woo!
Dang it, Nyla's in the room. I only got a 9.
you see Nyla still, like, slightly scowling at you as she's trying to get back to sleep.
She interacted with me. Pressure.
Under pressure.
I can't do it.
You examine the feature and the carvings, looking for anything that, you know, might be useful to know about it, but there is much pressure on you at the moment. But eventually you kind of set it aside and get back to your own rest. You all awaken in the morning, long rested, properly hydrated, so no lingering alcohol effects. You know, just a simple stretch and some breakfast, and you'll all be, you know, fully right as rain. Nyla? The breakfast, essentially. I assume Twang still brings the, like, little statuette with him.
Yes.
You're getting some breakfast in you, and you see the figure on the table, and you kind of thinking it probably does warrant some more investigation. It is odd to place the equivalent of, like, an upside down cross on top of a church. It's one of those, like, something's up here.
St. Peter.
Yeah.
The upside down cross.
Right. You're like, is this a reference to something some people just don't know about this religion, or is this nefarious?
Okay, cool. My investigation is fucking terrible, but I will do that.
Nope.
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 Yeah.
Hecka nope. Kind of distracted by muffins and scrambled eggs.
Ooh.
But yeah, you all have this figurine with no further context. You simply
I'm gonna
have
throw
it in your
detect
possession.
magic real quick.
Sure.
On the off chance there's something.
Oh, gotcha. You get a very light evocation reading off of it.
Okay.
But it's almost as if there's nothing active going on at the moment, as if something could be triggered, essentially.
Damn it. Okay, so if it's something that could be triggered, do I get the sense that it is more likely that this is a small part of a large ritual?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Oh no, that's also bad. She dumb, y'all.
I mean, it could be. Like, it's definitely not doing anything on its own at the moment. So the idea that it might be part of a larger ritual is not crazy.
Yep, this is a thing. Could be a big deal. Could also not be a big deal. That's basically where I'm at.
So we're back at 0. We love it.
Yep. We're back at rolling a 7 and a 4.
Oh.
Nyla is pure of heart and dumb of ass.
Dumb of ass. I don't like it.
I mean, if you want to investigate or arcana.
May I give it a go?
Sure. You haven't looked at it yet.
It's just on the table.
Yeah.
Look at it. Yeah, I'm just
You kind of shovel some bacon and eggs in, and then as you're chewing, kind of give it a look over.
It'll like tap it,
Yeah.
roll it over. Ooh. Which one? Investigation or Arcana? Or it's the same either way.
Probably investigation first.
21.
21. Yeah, as you look it over, you do the really simple thing. Everybody's looking like turning it and like looking at the stone and all that. You do the really obvious thing of just like turning it on the end and like seeing underneath it. And you do see an insignia that is kind of like stamped and burnt into the bottom, like somebody had a brand that they used to mark the bottom.
I show it to everyone else. The fuck is this?
Nyla, you recognize it as it is a symbol for the city of St. Olaf.
Oh.
It's common to mark your goods from the city they originate from. So, whoever carved the little statuette marked it as from St. Olaf.
Wow. Hometown mysteries, that's fun. Not really sure why this would be from there, but that's some weird shit.
I'd say Nyla could make a history check with advantage.
Okay, let me get this -1.
Roll a 19, roll a 20.
God, if only I hadn't said advantage, you'd have just forgotten where you're from. You look at the stamp and go like, I don't know what this
Where am I?
Instant amnesia.
Sorry, I was thinking about a half orc. What? Hi.
Right. Yeah, with 18, there are some woodworkers that do things like just on commission and just work things out. You know particularly of a woodworker that does little wooden religious figurines. Someone made one for you as like a birthday present one year for a Bahamut figure, and you have a figure at home of Bahamut, and if you looked at the bottom, you would see the same stamp on the bottom. So you have a pretty good inkling of where this is from.
It's just like a commission piece, like.
Yeah, and you know the guy that does it. He's not a.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a world-ending ritual setup kind of guy, but it does seem like someone if you gave him 20 gold to make 20 figures, he'd be like, "See you Tuesday."
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Fuck. Okay, so this could be a thing that we have to go deal with. That's fun. We also have other things we have to deal with.
Quite the menu.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we doing, guys?
I have no idea.
Eat.
Oh, don't ask me. I just woke up.
I could try and play my new flute as we think about it. Nyla, you would need to look the other way. Otherwise, it wouldn't.
Wait, what?
Just it doesn't make sense. Just
okay.
Don't worry.
think Jeff just rolled the dices, and I'm afraid.
It's very acoustic, the new dice tray. That's what I really appreciate. Because I don't mean for it to be, but it does like make a nice little rattle. Also, my goodness,
A little menacing thud.
the Paduk also just like I know I just handed everyone like a Blood Moon figure thing, but this looks great on camera.
Fair enough.
They previewed their DM screen in Paduk, and I'm just like, darn you! Just like, another purchase I must make.
You know what? I'm curious about this figure.
As am I.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put that out there. That's my vote.
We want to go deal with the figure?
Why not? It's right here in front of us. We don't know what all where Iguan is.
How would we go
In
about...
the woods last I checked.
Well, yes, and also stabbing people. I am not fond of the idea of being stabbed.
So, the only issue that I have with immediately doing stuff with the figure... Oh, by the way, Nyla's still, like, not looking over in this direction. Just, like, no.
Just her talking to us, facing away.
Wait, am I allowed to play? Hang on.
Some ambient music.
He will attempt to play his flute, yeah.
Make a performance check.
So,
Alright. I need to make sure you're not looking. Okay. Oh, god damn.
She peeked.
You actually Nyla looks away, and then right as Twang goes to exhale into the flute, sees Nyla's reflection in a mirror across the room that is angled, so that can still see. And
The stress.
there's some yells. Stop! Gets yelled from across the room.
Can Twang just get up and leave the area?
Yeah, just gets up, walks away.
He's just gonna go outside.
Right.
Maybe it's not Nyla looking at Twang. Maybe it's Twang looking at Nyla.
Shut up.
A woman is not the problem.
A lot of blame is getting put on me for this. I didn't.
We
do
are not
anything.
theory crafting what. Listen, we are not theory crafting what kind of vex has been put on me. I am leaving. Have a nice day. I will be outside being
Stay
upset.
close.
Anyway,
Concerns.
so my only concern with immediately going after this thing is, and just like flicks it. But we don't know. We don't know. Our only lead here is to leave town and like travel some distance to go talk to the guy who made this thing. Whereas Iguan is like on the outskirts over here. And sorry.
No problem. Let's get a history check with advantage from Ashy.
Okay.
Iguana. One more.
Yep, one more roll.
Oh, wait, one more roll. Okay.
Yeah. So take the 15 plus your intelligence or history bonus if you have a history bonus.
-1.
So 14.
Hell yeah.
You know Iguan a bit. You have the feeling that, you've heard he's on the outskirts of town, raiding people passing by, essentially. He's going to gather gear until he has enough to head back to where his crew is. So trying to chase him out in the woods, he's probably already got most of what he needs after a couple of days. It might end up being like a crapshoot, but you know where he's going. He'd be heading back to your hometown to, link back up with his crew and see what their next steps are gonna be. But it's not like there's not like a hunt down in the wilderness mystery to like find him. It would just be, well, he's probably on his way back to that town. We would just have to go to that town. That town being, of course, a city town or a land,
A city town.
a
yes.
city town, a town on a city on the land that houses mostly pirates, and other seafaring folk that feel the need to stop and plant roots there.
Is that Eddyburg?
Eddyburg? No, that was a clapback to Brennan Lee Mulligan, who essentially issued. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Eva obviously remembers, but what are we doing with the Guan when we find him?
Oh, I'm going to kill him.
We're killing him. Okay. Oh, damn, some murder.
Not.
For what reason? What are we doing otherwise?
Capture him and truly figure out what's going on. The whole plan. Because we only got bits and pieces.
Well, yes, but we also got bits and pieces of the crew that are still dead.
Oh, Twang's outside.
Ah! I'm not here!
Right. Did they say that they were going to try doing what they were going to do another way? Because we took the crystals back.
There's most likely a plan B.
That's a good point.
He's not an idiot. There's got to be a backup plan.
But we killed the Fartificer, right?
Yes.
Like, we fully killed him.
She says while wearing his armor.
Yeah.
She's like literally like holding it, like we killed.
That was Laura being like, "Wait, we killed him," and then Nyla, the way Nyla would say it is like, "Yeah, but we killed him, right?" So like, he was the one paying for everything. So why would they continue with his doomsday death ray plan if he's dead? Like, there's no more money coming from that.
Yeah, you all would also be aware it was Iguan's magic. Or not Iguan's magic, it was the Fartificer's magic that allowed the crystal dragon eggs to be lowered without being destroyed. You're assuming he must have used his featherfall combined with the nets they had to catch the eggs as they came down that made it so they could even gather the material needed to get the ship flying. So the idea of them trekking back up there with someone else who has featherfall and a whole new net system is sort of it's a bit outlandish as far as an immediate plan.
No, so my whole thing is, I think he needs to die. And here are my reasons for that. So,
Pitch.
We captured him. We defeated him. We captured him. Mm-hmm. We had him tied up. And we weren't necessarily going to kill him. We just wanted information. And then he got away, and then he started hurting and killing people. So he had a second chance.
Okay.
And then he threw it away.
Well, he only really.
Now he needs to die.
Because none of you were keeping an eye on him. He kind of escaped because none of you were keeping an eye on him.
Well.
Yeah, he could have escaped and not killed a whole bunch of people, but he did. And see, I would be annoyed if he escaped, but I wouldn't immediately say that I need to kill him. And now.
Killed people. I understand. I feel the logic.
It's called means to an end.
And?
If you're a pirate who is currently landlocked and trying to have some big plan of, I guess, my guess is big giant ship, you're gonna do what you can. And I guess for him, his plan is to just kill people to get enough resources.
Yes, and that is wrong.
Well, you see that as bad because you're a goody two-shoe.
It's objectively bad. You're taking a life. I'll understand stealing resources. I get that. We're in a debate now, and I think we should stop it.
I just don't want him dead, okay?
Why don't you want him dead?
Oh.
Next question.
Okay.
You sense as she clamming up at that point, and we switch over to Twang. Twang, you're outside. Hustle and bustle of the city has gotten going at this point. Carts being hastily moved over to high traffic areas to hopefully sell some wares. A hooded figure kind of like not looking down as they're coming around a corner pretty fast, kind of crashes into you. And then looks down and is like, sorry, friend.
It's fine. It happens more than you think.
You're kind to forgive. Folks of your stature are fairly common, and we should all keep our eyes in the middle. But good day to you. Kind of just moves along. You can your eyes kind of catch him for a second, and he does kind of like looks like he might be tired or something. Crashes into like the corner of a building, and then kind of rights himself and keeps walking. There's a gnome at the head of a cart coming by, getting pulled by kind of a mean-looking donkey, if that makes any sense. Like if this donkey had its way, it would be polymorphed into a small dragon and would eat just random people. Donkey's not happy about the situation, but pulls up, kind of slows down by you, and it's just like, so, I see you're getting crashed into by the tall folk. You need something to assist you with that kind of situation?
Yes.
Being small is quite annoying.
Oh,
I suppose.
No, don't you let them make you internalize that. You are correct. Your proportions are proper. You are not the one at fault here. They are the ones with far too much legs. So...
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Yes, I know. You can... I'll get you a brochure. But first, come. It's... There, next building. That'll be a good place for me to stop. There's not too much traffic. And starts pulling ahead to the next building, and then you see him kind of like...
Is Twang getting radicalized?
Like some locks put into the barge wheels so it won't move.
We're gonna go outside the building and suddenly Twang's in a cult.
Do they call
Oh my
themselves
God,
the
it's the
Fury of the Small?
The Fury of the Small. They do now.
That needs to be a thing.
I'm resisting every urge not to make these just MAGA folks.
It's too late. It's too late.
Make
Taldore
short. Make Taldore short again.
Evolution should not have gone this far.
Twang, do you follow? He's just like one building away, parks the cart kind of out of the main thoroughfare. You can see he's got these big iron like levers that go into place that lock the wheels in place so that the whole cart is extremely stable. Like even if somebody bumped it, it wouldn't really jostle.
Sure.
Yeah, you head over there, and he's already hopped down and has opened the door to the interior. He's like, "Come in." He sets up. Looks like there's a really comfortable, slightly reclining chair, and then there's a whole setup of different needles and inks and it looks like jars of liquids. And he goes, I specialize in a magical tattoo. One that will keep you armed at all times against those who would seek to tower over you.
There are quite a couple of those.
Indeed there are. All right. My most basic is going to take an hour, and it costs 100 gold pieces. Unless you think you'll make good use of it. I could come down a bit on the coinage. He kind of reaches out his own hand, and you see a black mark is up the wrist, and that black mark move forward into the hand, and as he grips it, it becomes this black sheened dagger. It's always good to have something on hand. And then like opens the hand, and the tattoo reforms into the inner forearm.
What?
Indeed.
I would like to stab things without having things to stab.
Yes, it's always good to have something on the ready.
How much was it again?
I usually charge 100 gold for this.
I will. How would 10 platinum do? I believe that's the same amount.
Even better. In fact, I'll set aside a platinum for the movement. And takes your 10 with one of the coins going into a special like collection box that's on the side of the interior. And gets to work. Pulls out your kind of semi-clawed hand. You go, oh, scale work. Interesting. I'll need different needles for this. Pulls a couple extra needles out of a jar. And starts doing the, quack, 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 quack with the ink. An hour later, you have, we're calling it an ink dagger. So you have a dagger tattoo that you can summon as a physical dagger at will.
That's so cool.
Meanwhile, I've been looking for you for an hour.
Well, you all sit and finish breakfast and converse.
Meanwhile, the three women dragon are just like, where's Twine?
I've been radicalized. My views have changed. You will all die.
There's a lot of conversation over the course of the hour tattoo. There's a lot of like, what do they think they are, dragons? But like talking about like elves and humans and things. Twang spends an hour being radicalized.
This is great. Today's a lovely day.
Jesus Christ. Like,
He's being
of
converted.
course he is. Before we go find him, can I do an insight check on Ashi real quick?
Sure.
No, I don't want to.
Are you evil? Kidding.
That is a 21.
That's pretty high. Well, ask Vix. So as far as Ashy, what's like one detail Ashy isn't saying out loud that she is feeling about the Iguan situation?
What do you mean?
Like, if it's holding off because of genuine ideology, or just a pirate code loyalty, or if there's like attraction, or if there's some like just a personal connection beyond what people already know, or like there's some kind of just
Nyla
vague
fully
detail.
thinks you are into this guy,
Yeah.
and that's why you don't want to murder him, just so
Right.
you know. She's just in here is like, oh, okay.
Is her suspicion like fairly accurate? Go ahead and make a deception check for me to see if you can
Alright.
pass off hiding some of this
I
detail.
doubt it, but alright. Yep, no.
Now, how accurate is that sense of like Ashy's kind of has feelings for Iguan, and that's why she doesn't want him killed?
That and also the personal connections that they don't know about.
Right. So there is a connection there that hasn't been revealed. So there's some sort of connection being revealed. Not necessarily Ashy hardcore crushing on the guy, but there might be a little bit of that. But that's probably not most of it. Huh?
The kind of crush that like is recently formed, where it's just like, wait, what? What?
Recent in that, like, just shot us recent? Or, hold on, sorry, no. Don't answer that, don't answer that.
When you see somebody tied up with a bloody nose, sometimes you're like, oh.
Fucking hot, babe. Oh my god.
Getting hot, boy.
His bullets have pierced my heart.
Sometimes it just
Literally.
I think they pierced her. I think they pierced Nyla's shoulder, but
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just through her shoulder to her heart.
This bullet found its way through my shoulder and into my heart. Like, what are you
That
saying?
is not how biology works, but yeah.
No, I'm meaning like
Gotten shot.
like as if she was standing behind Nyla, like it went through her shoulder. She's like, ow, and then as she's like, ooh.
Oh.
Just like, oh, am I?
Oh.
Wait.
Are you, like, flirting with me by killing my friends?
You just like straight up murdered my companion.
Sometimes,
God.
sometimes your opponent turns out to be like a daddy dom, and then you find out you're into it. You
We
never
love
know.
to see it. All right.
It happens.
Hey, look,
Hi
so,
to my list.
literally no judgment.
Hi to my list.
Awesome.
What about authorities?
That's a good question. Aoife, make a perception for me. Woohoo.
Okay,
Why didn't hear Michael Jackson?
4. Where's my core? There she is. Perception isn't good, I don't think. Okay, just 18.
18 is great. You, as you all are kind of walking around looking for Twang, you see a familiar face. A Barker friend of yours, who last you saw was in a cage.
Yeah.
You now see inside a store. Through a window. You see him working the counter, helping a customer, who then, like, walks out. You see the title of the store. It looks like it's really, really freshly carved, and mounted on this building. And it just says, New Beginnings, Wares, and Wonders.
That's so cute. Okay. I, like, walk up to him and, like, punch him really hard in the arm.
Kind of across the counter. You have to reach for it. A little poof. And he goes, ah!
What are you doing out here? What happened?
Aoife. He kind of does a nervous look back and forth. My manager is on break, so we can chat. Just in case he walks over, what's something I should have on the counter that you're looking at? He kind of gestures out. You see some rings and rods, and you see a curious looking, like, pewter ball with, like, axes carved on the side of it.
I'll just point at that. That sounds fun.
Pulls it up, puts it on the counter. All right. So, I'm still a prisoner. I am having to work off the debts for what I stole. And at 25 gold a month, I should be out of here in, math was never my strong suit. Couple of years.
A long time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit. I owe them like 2,000 or 3,000 gold.
This was your plan. When you told me not to break you out,
no,
you were just gonna be like, oh, I'll work it off.
Oh, no, this isn't the plan. This is the consequences.
Oh, god damn it.
This is what happens when plans fail. So, I do wonder. Kind of looks at the store is not completely empty, but relatively empty. He goes, I mean, it's not the worst. It's a prison of pillows, but it's still a prison. So.
Does it matter? Are you on commission? Is it 25 gold for just working?
That's essentially what goes towards my my bail. What would you call it? My fee.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever.
It's not really bail so much as working it off. So, but yes, that's the credit I get as the months go on. My board and room and all that get covered as well. So, I am essentially imprisoned, indentured, here to work off
really
the debt.
Sucks ass.
It's true, but on the upside, I didn't tell them where I put it, so I get it when I'm done. So, don't mind me. You know me. I got lots of years on the docket.
All right.
Although, if you're wanting to hang out, we'll have to do something about it.
Yeah, do you have freedom to just hang out places?
I mean, kind of. You hear a little like chain rattle, and you gotta look over the counter, and he is like manacled at the ankle to. It's a long chain, but he is manacled to the shop. Chain makes it to the privy. That's about as far as it gets.
Fucked up. All right. Okay.
Started off cute.
There was you hear a bell ring as the door opens, and it goes, so the sphere of the Dwarvish lords is actually just wonderful for someone in a party. If you've ever found yourself disarmed, captured, so to speak, you toss this ball into the air, and half a dozen axes fall to the ground. And then there you are. Now you are all armed and can fight your way free of your assailants. It's wonderful.
Out loud, I say, "Oh, that's really interesting." And then in his head, I say, "You sound like a complete asshole right now."
In his head, is back. I forgot you could do that. That would have made this far less awkward. I would have had you sit outside, and then we could just have this conversation fully in our brains. Ava.
Oh, this is more fun. No, please keep going.
Ava.
Mm.
And there's a rare moment of, like, sincerity. You know I love you. You know I'd do anything for you. I'm not going to ask you to break me out of here. I'm not even going to hint that I want you to. You know I love my freedom. But this fucker is out of his goddamn mind. And he'd kill you in a heartbeat. The paladin who you saw him drag this guy into the town kind of pulls up and it's just like, Miss, I see the sphere of the Dwarvish Lords has caught your eye. I can speak from experience that when you're captured and disarmed by ne'er-do-wells on the road, a handy axe for all of your compatriots is quite handy. And kind of gives a nod back to your friend and then walks off. Yeah, so it's really a bargain at the 200 gold, and I can knock a tick off if you have a trade in, so to speak. And in your mind, you catch the response of like, I'm serious. If you make your purchases and head on out, maybe you become a regular and we can chat occasionally, but that's all. I hope I see you after. But go, make a name for yourself. Get some coin in your pocket.
I don't respond mentally. I will look at something smaller and point to like one of the rods or something, just to look at it. I was like, can I let me see that.
Oh, aye. That's it puts the sphere away, pulls out one of the rods. This is a simple spell focus, but it has a little extra flair, so to speak. Quite literally, it can send up a signal for anyone you wish to see within, about a mile.
Oh.
Kind of is showing, you see right here, just kind of explaining that, and then mentally, it's just like,
yeah.
Anything else? Any other prospects? Any advice you need?
This is me speaking to the DM. The thing that he is planning on getting back when he's free, is that the thing that I have taken already?
No, it'd be a separate thing.
Okay,
you
good.
don't know what his heist was.
Okay,
he got
that's
something,
good.
and he seems pretty, not thrilled, but okay with the idea of, like, I'm gonna have to do a couple years, but hey, I get my thing when I'm out, so.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't steal the thing he's looking forward to.
Nah.
Yikes.
That would be funny.
Turns out the statue is his.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I'll put that right back in 2 years.
Well, I just realized, do we still have it, or
Have what?
are we still holding on to it, or did we just kind of just leave it on the counter?
I think Twang is wearing, I think they're gauntlets, right? That's what we took from the place.
No,
Yeah,
the statue. With
the
Oh, the
statue.
statue.
Who took the
100% holding
statue
it.
is a good question.
I'll hold it.
Okay. Coop, Aoife's got the statue.
I was about to say, did we just leave and now it's just on the table and someone's like walking by
Ominous
like
demonic figure.
Right.
Nyla fully just like, when we got up to go, Nyla fully just like walked out and be like, okay, let's get what? And
Who
was like
grabbed
towards the door.
Yeah. I would just put the gold down for the rod. How much it was. And
It was for 50 gold pieces.
I'll do that for sure.
Cool.
Because I do also like that.
It's the Rod of Flare.
Rod of
So
Flare.
it both prestidigitates as you cast, in the form of like fireworks or ribbons or whatever flare you would like to expel when you cast a spell through it. Also, once a day, you can shoot a flare into the air that is like a bright light marker that can be seen from,
Hell yeah.
like a flare.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Or
And then-
firework.
Pretty much, yeah. Like a slow drift down firework, yeah.
Fitting for tomorrow.
Yes.
Most
I'm just talking
definitely.
about mine already started yesterday.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
got
Mine,
a couple days ago.
mine started every single day. My neighbors are always doing fireworks, I swear.
I
Yeah.
really haven't heard any recently. That's weird. Anyways, Gold Down, thank you for the rod. Brain, I love you. I'll see you soon. I just walk out.
There's a you walk out with there's no response after that. Kind of just files the coins away. As you shut the door and kind of look back, you do catch a look. And then, but you move off.
Okay.
Nyla and Ashy, you're in the area. Are you see if it kind of go into that store and have a little back and forth with the store clerk? Do you all go check it out as well? Or he's kind of
Things.
Ash, she would just kind of be looking around, seeing if she could see Twang, and trying to ignore the looks that Nyla is probably giving her.
No, Nyla is going to go in and like look around and stuff, but given the vibes that Aoife is giving off, just realizing, oh, this is not a thing for us to get involved in right now. So just like very much, I'm not actually here type thing.
I don't
Right.
see.
It's like, I don't see any of this. I'm not here, but also knowing that it would be way more obvious if I were to walk out right now. So I'm just gonna, oh, look, stuff. And then like 30 seconds after Aoife walks out, be like, oh, I'm gonna go too.
You do, as you're, kind of there being relatively nonchalant, a large imposing figure with armor comparable to your own, slides up and is just like an inch or two taller than you, which is kind of saying something. And human man, and it's just like, greetings. Is there anything I could help you find or track down of necessity?
No, I'm just browsing really and seeing if anything catches my eye.
There's a not that nonchalant of a thing, but he does kind of like adjust something on his neck, but then like pull out his own holy symbol that he has on. He's like clearly like caught your vibe kind of thing. Although his is a symbol of I'm actually catching. Oh, I could just ask. Ace, what was the Liam? What was his? Or it was a god of law and order. I think it's probably. I thought it was probably Helm.
I am looking.
Yeah, I think it's Helm. I don't think it's Bahamut.
Helm would be correct. Yes.
Yeah. You recognize the symbol of Helm. God of law and order. Often praised by sheriffs and law keepers for cities and townships.
Cop god. Cool.
Cop god. Yeah. Never any abuse that happens. No, nobody who would be chained to a store for years to, pay off debts.
No, totally.
Yeah. Are you sure there's we have several implements that could be useful for a holy woman on a crusade?
I'm really, unless what did you have in mind? Is there anything in particular?
I keep a few healing potions off to the side for particular customers who are worthy of the blessings of the divines.
That is so sweet. I have that one covered, though. Thank you.
Very well. I have an enhanced shield, if you would like. We're marking it at 300 gold pieces, although 50 gold pieces of that is going directly to the orphanage at the side of town. So it is essentially a 50 gold donation plus a magical shield for your protection.
Fuck, I really want to just be like, I'm never going to purchase anything from this fucking cop shop. And then it was like, oh man, it goes towards the orphanage? No, not the orphanage. Also, I don't know that much money, so it's like, that is really great. I don't have a ton on me right now, but that definitely seems like something I definitely want to come back and check. You know, if it is the dragon's will, then it'll be here when I come back.
The platinum one is well respected, and I wish you the best in your travels. Hopefully you return to us when you have more you can contribute for the betterment of the city and peoples in general. But may your path be filled with the holy light of the many divines.
Thanks. You too, bye.
You catch all of the words of someone who would maybe be flirting with you with zero amount of the vibes. There is no I'm flirting vibe. Like a slightly different attitude on the exact same conversation would have been, you know, very like, oh, how are you doing? But this guy's, that's not the vibe he's putting out at all.
No, this guy is not shooting a shot in any way, shape, or form. This guy... I know this guy. I've met this guy. This guy is weirded out by the fact I am maintaining direct eye contact and making sure that I know he's an inch taller than me. That's what this guy is doing. Hi, what's up? Being 6'2" is really great. I highly recommend it.
Hi, I'm 5'2". What's that like?
It's an extra foot.
I'm 3 feet. I hate you.
Oh wait, I saw we were talking about real life.
Right, yeah.
Oh no, in game Nyla is like 7'3" or something.
Right.
Giant.
How tall is Ashley? I don't remember.
It's always hard for me to not like work in the go up on her joke when it's, that's the only, yeah, that's the main thing.
Yep, got that one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ashley's a bit shorter than Nyla.
Yeah.
Ashley's 5'11".
Oh, the talls and the shorts. Can't we all just get along?
No.
Apparently, I thought we could, but apparently we can't. As Twang is getting radicalized, none of us know.
Clearly,
It's time for fisticuffs.
Villain art.
It is our time now. Everything, all the doors.
the political divides have become too deep, and it's time to consider secession.
I live in South Carolina. Don't say that.
Yeah, it's getting too real.
The shorties, the tallies, the pirate.
That's what I want.
See that on stream.
That is what I want at the next big political speech, is someone to earnestly rant about tall and short people and how we need to be separate.
Are we gonna get a tall month then?
Tall month.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Gonna put everything on the high shelves. Fuck all y'all bitches.
Oh my.
But no, Nyla is just like super grossed out by this dude, and as soon as this interaction is over and like Aoife leaves, is also gonna just boogie on out. I'm like, no, 100% no.
Give me a perception check as you head out. Making sure it's not my end. The dramatic pause.
It's my D&D Beyond just went to sleep.
Oh, fun. Also, I think I'm on somebody's speaker, and it's coming through the mic.
Oh, I hear that.
Yep. Perception 14. You do catch him as he's clearly just like come in from a moment outside. You see him unstrap his sword and like put it on a rack at the back of the shop. But you see the lion face at the hilt, and you see the eyes like almost like track to you as the face kind of contorts into like almost a growl and then like relaxes back into its normal form.
It's fucking weird.
Sus.
Ashy, you spot Twang.
Does it look like he's in a cult?
Twang looks the same. But he's like walking
slightly-
back down the street. And-
Maybe slightly more enthusiastic.
Yeah, there's a bit of a pep in his step.
So nothing weird yet. Okay.
Twang, yeah, you find Ashy and Nyla coming out to join, and Aphos shortly after.
Aha! There you are! Sorry for running off. I was very distracted by this... What's the word? Propaganda.
What?
Eh?
Don't look into it too far. It's fine. It's fine. So what are we doing?
You
What
were
are you
given a
talking
brochure, by the
about?
way.
Yes, no, I have this. Would you like to... Well, it wouldn't apply to you.
See
It
Twang
will
like
make lovely memorabilia.
I'm just very confused. Okay.
I don't question your tall people habits. You do not question mine.
What habit? I don't. What? Okay, cool. All right, Eva, what are we doing here? What's happening? What's going on?
We should probably. You know what? What if we turn in and go on to the authorities? You know, like we're not gonna kill him. But there was active murder without self-defense.
You know, that is unjustifiable.
Can we agree on that?
But that sounds like something that would make the authorities kill him.
Well,
Do we
then
have
so
the
be
death
it.
penalty here in the gem?
yeah, people who murder a bunch of people tend to just get put to the sword. There's not many who make it back to trial, because it's usually you'll never take me alive situation. Oddly, people like you usually get hired to go track them down and end them or bring them in. Bring them in being the option that is almost never taken.
If we're not gonna kill him or take him in, I just don't know where we're going.
Since
I think personally it would be best to
Gratifying.
take him in and do it properly.
How about instead of the authorities, we take him to the chief?
Chief?
What?
Of the
Like a pirate
clan?
chief?
Yeah, of the pirate clan.
What would they do with him? I'd be down. What's up? What's that?
Find a proper punishment that isn't death.
And if the pirate chief thinks that he needs to die,
I don't think so.
Ashy,
Why is it you are so fascinated with a man who is stabbing innocent people on the mountainside?
Well, we don't know they're innocent. For all we know, they could also be criminals. We don't know.
Ashley be like, I could fix them.
I don't know what Ashley was doing. I don't know what she's doing. Now it's just over here, just like looking over at Ashley, like,
No, I was like, babe, I've been there. Don't.
Look, I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt him, but if I cross his path, I will probably kill him. He has deserved it.
I'll be okay if he's harmed, just not killed.
You know, this matters to you, and you saved our asses a couple times. I'll do it. Let's go.
Fair enough.
I'd like to know what the fuck he was trying to do also. Why not?
Sure. So, are you all planning to try to take a road and somehow catch up to him before he gets to Gale Ruth, or are you going to try to just take a boat directly to Gale Ruth and hopefully beat him there, and then kind of catch him as he gets there?
Oh.
A boat does sound quicker.
That sounds fun.
I mean, as long as you're not behind the wheel, Ashley, I think we'll be okay.
I can be behind the wheel, just not with grog.
Do you know what is usually on boats for the passengers?
Pretty beverages with cute umbrellas.
Precisely. I think we should take a boat trip. It would be fun.
The gang goes on a boat.
I can be a dart again.
Do that.
Alrighty.
We did do that.
Just promise you will not miss that time, because my pride and my head hurt quite a bit after that.
I'll probably have better aim if sober, so...
Alright, I can live with that.
Alright.
The seas.
So you all want to go get passage on a sailing vessel?
Yes.
To get over there?
Yes.
Heading down to the docks. There's a couple of ships. There's a... looks like a larger warship and a more of a sailing ship. That look like they're both going to be heading out past that location. So do you all have a preference on which you would like to book passage on?
I think pirate nerd should choose.
One's clearly like a quick transport vessel, and one looks like if you were going to fight a dragon turtle or something, you'd want the one with the, multiple aimable cannons on each side.
She's just gonna look at both of them and just quietly under her breath be like, practical, badass. Practical,
Badass.
Well,
If it just starts walking towards badass.
If I'm trying to look at this from a 3-foot perspective, one is much faster than the other, but the other would probably be safer in the event something transpired in the water. But like we're trying to be, but we're trying to beat him there. Wouldn't we value speed?
Okay,
on
speed.
The one, then we're on the water for a shorter amount of time.
And the thing.
Meaning
Yes.
less party.
Which one is more likely to have fruity beverages?
Big boy.
Whichever one I would like.
Another question, which one is more resistant to sharks?
I mean, they're both fine. Sharks are generally not going to be able to deal with the sailing vessel's speed, nor the heavier warship's hull. So, kind of safe either way you go.
That's fast. Vroom vroom.
I would be pressed to agree. If we're trying to beat him there, the fastest route would be the most favorable.
We got 2 vroom vrooms.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yes.
Picking
Vroom, vroom.
I guess majority then.
Kind of looking at the badass one going, next time.
That longing look, just
Yeah.
like one day.
Oh, there's some
Crashed you so well.
there's a tiefling that kind of like lifts up off the deck with like 8 abs, and the
Where-
shirt catches the wind and flies off and goes, "Oi, my fucking shirt!" And then like he climbs up the rope to get the scaffolding ready. But you all
Sorry, which ship is this?
on the warship. But then in front of you, as you all see that,
Maybe we need that one.
but as you all see that, there's a grizzled old half-elf woman in like sailor's outfits with like one eye missing, and it's just like weather beaten to the point of looking like a middle-aged human. And he just goes, "Oh, so you all looking for passage on the sea? Please come forward." Like you've clearly already walked up to like get on this vessel, but then you see Ab's guy on the other one. Come
you
on!
see Ashley, like, slowly her legs are just making her walk the other way.
No, we've made our choice. Stay here.
But okay.
We can take it back, provided there's one there.
What's the fare?
Oh, if you're heading to Galeruth, that's our next step. That's going to be 50 gold for the four of you. A 4-piece cabin with rope, hammocks for resting. Meals in the common area. It'll take a few days, but we'll get there.
I'll put down 25. Somebody else? Do you guys have money?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll throw down the other 25.
Looks in my wallet, sees 10 silver.
10 silver and like a moth that flies up.
I relate to that.
Very good. And Verka, well, let's get you on board. We'll set sail soon. Come on. He kind of has a more brisk step than you expected from the first interaction, but yourselves and a few other passengers, along with a lot of gear. It looks like some crates not meant to be opened mid-travel are being loaded on and put just below deck. Like 2 very large crates and then some smaller bundles of objects seems to be what they can load up. Pretty shortly, within the hour, they set sail and start heading out. As you all leave port, you see a swinging tiefling on a rope, kind of like hand glide through the water as it swings by, and then up to the other side of the main deck, and goes, "Oi, look, another ship setting sail! Farewell, friends!"
We made the wrong choice.
Nyla looks over at it and is like, "We fucked up."
Yes, very much so.
Ashley's just gonna be picturing him as a different tiefling.
Yeah. In the distance, in the distance, you hear the, "Oh no, I spilled all the oil on me. Oh, help me rub it in."
Please, one of the passengers help me get it off.
Won't you please help scrape this off of my abs by hand?
It's the only way. It's oil.
It's the only way. It's
The
a
only
natural.
way.
It's a natural lubricant. We can't dirty your clothes with it. Please take them off as well.
Is Ashley gone suddenly? No one knows.
We have fucked up so bad. What have we done? Why did we even want this one to begin with? This is so stupid. I know I voted for this. I'm an idiot who listened to me.
I think we've all been fooled today.
He's unbothered and is just gonna like lay back, like on the side of the dock.
The wind catches a, "I'll have to lay in the sun till this dries." Oh my.
Why did this happen?
Good question.
How did we get here?
Vibes.
You all turn to your deck and you see a sort of a middle-aged half-orc, bit of a gut, gets the final rope tightened up. Wind catches the sails. You almost feel the boat lunge forward with the with the extra push. And he's like, nods to you all, passengers. Just like, hey, I'm Captain Orcus, and I'll be taking you over there. Beware of any tentacles coming up from the water. It's not a common occurrence, but if you're hanging out on the side of the ship and you see a tentacle coming up, back away from the side of the ship so as not to be impaled.
Noted.
As long as it's not a shark.
Impaled by the tentacle, or...
Aye, yes.
Yes, that does not sound very pleasant.
There's a species of crab that lives on the shore between here and on next destination. Only for a few miles. It's not a constant occurrence, but that few mile stretch migrates from year to year. And their key feature is a protrusion from their head. It's a parasite. I believe it's from another realm. But it burrows into the brain of the crab and then shoots a barbed tentacle out up to 30 feet, impaling victims, bringing them into the water, which the crabs then consume.
I've read a couple non-accurate books about something like that.
I saw a graphic novel about it, but it was very inappropriate.
Yeah. Might have been the same book.
A connoisseur.
Yeah. Nyla's just over here like, yeah, wow. Turns out there are certain things that are not accurate. It's crazy. Amazing that they can print things that are inaccurate in those.
I've heard from a guy that they taste pretty good if you manage to get one.
Oh yeah, if you can catch the tentacle when it shoots up, then you pull the crab up. I mean, that crab has been eaten above its weight class as far as the food chain for some time, so it's pretty good. I had a stew once with it. I was invigorated for a good week, but the missus was back at port, so there was want for naught.
Sailing.
I kept a straight face for as long as I could.
Learning so much about this guy.
So, again, Captain Orcus, if you need anything, I'll be round and about. Keep an eye on the crew. So, if there is an incursion, I would appreciate assistance, especially from you all seem to be adventurers. So, the dealing out of death upon monsters and those that make a mockery of civil society is always welcome.
Yep, gotcha.
All right.
Also, there's a harpoon over there if you feel like trying to get something for dinner as we go.
Yes.
We have rations, but fresh fish is always appreciated.
I will have to try that.
Good to know.
Do not spear the dolphins if you see them come up. They are sentient, and they do have psychic powers capable of rendering you incapacitated, and again, drowning you horribly while conscious.
Do they fly?
No, they cause you to, and that the most common method is that they cause you to levitate, and the ship passes you by, and then they end that, and you fall. And someone such as yourself in heavy armor in the ocean, not a good combination.
Gotcha. I read a thing a while ago where, like, dolphins were capable of interplanar travel and, like, just fully leaving this plane of existence and then joining the astral sea. And I was wondering if that was based in this experience at all.
I've never seen that evidence of that, but I have seen them make eye contact and then communicate into your brain without, not with words so much as just an untranslatable feeling of the fack around and find out is, I believe, the translation that most fits.
Gotcha.
Try me, bitch.
Indeed.
All right.
Well, I believe
Cool,
you. I
42.
believe you all paid my first mate, Verka. She's getting older in the years, but she's a workhorse. So if you need anything, you let her know.
Very well.
Shit.
You know, you see Verka like, yeah, 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 and like tie the rope off. Ashley, you recognize somebody going at a tenth the speed they should be, instantaneously, and know that if this were a pirate vessel, she would have been thrown overboard years ago. But she's still kicking.
God bless.
She must do something else that like makes her worth being on board, or this is just a very kind captain and crew to keep somebody who's lost their ability to sail stay on the ship.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just imagining, just in the back of Ashley's mind, she's just like, be kind to the old lady. Be kind to the old lady. Do not throw her overboard.
Do not kill
you're
the old
tempted?
lady.
No, we paid to be here. You can't throw her overboard.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Don't open that door.
All right. Anybody doing anything in particular on the boat? The glisten of the abs has drifted over the horizon as you all are traveling
Ashley's
southeast.
just gonna be watching the water.
Gotcha.
So we're just on
feeling
the boat
in-
and going fast and got a nautical theme Pesmia Afghan.
A lot of words just happened.
Yeah, I didn't catch all of them.
I'm on a boat and I'm going fast and I've got a nautical themed Pashmina Afghan. I'm the king of the world on a boat like Leo. If you're on the shore, then you show not Mio.
Oh.
Y'all,
Okay.
Lonely Island, come on.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like Chris got it. I didn't without a melody.
My
took me a
brain's
minute.
small.
Yeah.
I have so many wrinkles my brain don't even know.
My brain looks old.
Wrinkliest brain.
My brain looks old like that lady.
My brain's got more wrinkles than Verka.
I want a harpoon.
Aoife, you go to the harpoon.
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 Ashley's just gonna watch the water.
Yep. Give me a perception check for Ashy.
Alright.
Row.
Roshig.
Huh.
She's feeling at sea.
Not too bad.
Yeah. I don't know what your bonus
What's my
is. It might be minus one.
Perception, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, -1.
minus one. 17.
Footage.
Yep. Yeah, looking on the water. You're kind of used to the visual. Nothing suspicious. You kind of end up near-ish to Aoife, and you kind of spot some fish of a sizable nature that are kind of going along the side of the boat. Aoife, make a perception check for me.
Seppi.
Perceptionate.
2.
2. You don't see fish. You see little ripples in the water that look like there's something down there, but you can't actually see them.
Are there
But
even fish in the fucking water here?
Ashy can actually help because is near enough, and she actually saw them, so she can kind of give a help action and let you make a straight roll to try to harpoon a fish.
Will you?
You could guide Aoife, or you could let her fail at
Or
harpooning.
you could do, whatever you think would be good for us.
I'm not gonna help you. I'm just gonna see what happens.
Okay. So
Okay.
make an attack, ranged attack with disadvantage,
Oh yeah.
as you are blindly firing into the water that you think there might be fish.
You got this.
Ranged attack. Do I get to add my
Your-
dexterity to that or something?
Dexterity.
Okay.
It's essentially a spear, so you'd be proficient. It's a simple weapon.
Okay. Well, then that's a whopping 7.
7. Splash! As it goes into the water. The rope goes taut. You pull the rope up. Nothing.
Damn it. Try again.
Sure. Take aim. Again, disadvantage.
16.
16. Yeah, this time into the water. Pauses for a moment, but pretty quickly you see the rustling from the back end, and you pull on the rope and do pull up a fish. Go ahead and roll a d12 for me.
Oh, God. That's you. 11. I don't know if that's a good thing. We'll see.
11.
It's a dolphin.
It's.
Yeah, I don't keep worrying about it. I keep worrying about that.
It's a baby dolphin.
We anchor and tire.
You pull out. The first thing that catches you is it's a small fish. You catch that before it gets up to you all the way, but you get the spear up to you. Kind of turn the fish and pull it off, and then you see something strange about it. That there are feathers worked into some of the fins of the fish.
Naturally?
Yeah, it seems so. You see, there's a gnome that's been watching you from nearby, one of the crew. Rushes towards you. And the gnome is like, quickly. Gestures for you to bring it down to her level.
Okay, down.
Immediately, pulls out a pocket knife off the belt and carefully slices the feathered fins off. Gets them into has a large vial and crams them in there. Has to pull out a little almost like a long stopper tool to force it all the way into the vial, and then stoppers it. And it's like, okay, quickly now, quickly. Takes the fish and slices it so that the blood will run out, and fills the vial with the blood. Stoppers it, shakes it up. Okay, that'll do nicely. Yeah, puts it in a little side pouch. What?
Can Ashley roll to know what just happened?
Yeah, Ashley, make an Arcana check.
Did you just steal my catch?
Oh, the meat's there. No, you're fine.
Arcana, so, 12?
12? Harpoon.
With a 12, it's an unusual enough interaction. You don't really know exactly what's going on, but you think it might have something to do with potion making, just because there were clearly bits of the fish that got harvested and put into a vial. But beyond that, you're not 100%.
So I know what fish it was.
No, you're not familiar with that particular fish.
Huh.
What? You give me a look.
Explain, please?
Oh, 150 gold?
Nah, I go back to the harpoon.
Okay, so it's going to be for me. So the fly fish that you caught, if you can get the feathers and the blood within about a minute of when it's been speared, it can be brewed into a fly potion. So, but that's for me,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
obviously.
Fair. He used it. Okay.
And it kind of backs away slowly. Goes back.
I do just shoot the harpoon again. I do just leave the gnome alone.
It is a thrown, like a spear, basically, that you're throwing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Throwing the harpoon again, sorry.
Go for it.
This is my pastime that I have chosen to do.
Oh yeah.
They're the same number. 14 plus then 19.
Nice. Yeah, roll a d12 again.
You.
You catch the
You're
sailfish
not
again.
gonna
He's
believe
just
this.
and you get another one.
I
11
got an
again?
11.
Ah.
If you want to, I mean, unless that means because I chose 1, then it doesn't do it again. But
It
was an 11.
means roll again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That would
Mostly.
have been funny. You just
Okay,
catch the
6.
exact same fish, and he's like, "Wait."
I tried a different die. That was a 6.
6 is below the halfway mark of deciding if it goes up to 12 or down to 10. So
Did I get a dolphin?
spear. No,
We're
like I
ready
said,
for it.
didn't go up to 12.
Okay.
So pull out very large fish.
Nice.
Good enough to feed. Obviously, you're gonna get some cutlets out of this. This was a major like a very large salmon, but with a gnarlier looking snout. And
Nice.
as you pull it up, one of the crew goes, "Silverfin!" And people are like, "Hey, Silverfin!" One or two crew come over to like help and like get
Nice.
it pulled up onto the ship. Somebody with a small club is to knock it out. He goes,
Yeah.
"This is gonna be a fine meal tonight." Gives you a nod, and it's taken below deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm good on the fish now.
It's well done. Twang!
Mm-hmm.
The gnome that was that gathered up the ingredients for that potion kind of keeps looking over at you.
Are you okay?
Is it another cult member?
Wait.
Hello?
By any chance, are you... Oh my, I would sound insane to ask.
Am I a bronze dragon hidden and disguised as a small gnome that is gathering materials for a hoard of magical trinkets, only to live amongst the sailors for longer than she expected and then do nothing about it for years until she's found out by a completely random individual for a member of a cult of some kind? No, my name's Annette.
You scared me!
Obviously.
Twang would just like to eject himself from that situation. He's had enough propaganda and confusion for one day.
Without fully investigating the vibe, Twang moves along. We move forward into the evening as you all come down to the smell of a very fine fish. Doesn't so much smell fishy. It's probably closer to almost like a sturgeon. Close to shark, but not shark. But you all come down to plates of essentially a seared steak of fish that can't be described as anything other than it's like a very nice fish steak. Side of rice. They still have some vegetables from the mainland. Everybody's pretty pleased with themselves with the catch.
Oh yeah.
Ashley's gonna look uneasy with the shark smell.
It's not quite a shark, but it's reminiscent. Everybody is eating as Aoife gets her plate. There are some like, hey. There's sort of a knock on the table as people walk by, as almost like a pat on the back kind of style.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep. One crew member walks up. Female dragonborn, rather slender, kind of reminiscent of yourself, but even has is like a black dragonborn, so black scales, kind of soft green eyes. Picks up your mug, which is sort of an odd, like, hey, that's mine for a second, but then slides underneath it what looks like a customized coaster that's been carved out of a wedge of wood and sets it in there. And you can see with the sway of the ship, other people have to kind of grab their cups to hold them steady. But yours and that little coaster is held with a lot more friction in the base so that you don't really have to worry about it. Gives you a nod. Thank you for the fish.
Thank you for the coaster.
Kind of just nods and takes another bite and walks off to find a slightly different corner.
Okay.
Nyla keeps looking at you expectantly.
In my head, I'm talking to her. I was like, "No, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?"
It's like, Eva, why aren't you going? Why aren't you
I
going?
don't know.
Why
I
are
don't
you
know.
going?
I don't know what that was. I'm gonna eat my food. Is that normal? I feel like I should eat my food.
It's like, okay, Eva, she didn't give me a coaster, and I'm adorable, so clearly that was a move.
I got the fish, so it's for the fish. I should eat the fish.
Ashley sitting there with no thoughts in her head. Just eating fish. Just like...
I was about to say Twang's just eating.
Eating fish?
Yeah.
Just eating fish.
Yeah.
Like, everybody else is just eating fish. It's like, wow, we're having a nice, like, quiet thing as the party here.
Yeah.
Like,
That was...
You've got to go talk to her. You've got to go talk
Here
to her.
comes the critical role thing. I was like, I really like fish.
Chris, I am, but Vix reminded me of, like, the last time we had a game with, like, mental communication as a thing. It went to my character with the, like, everybody else is having these conversations, and it goes to my guy, and it's just like, you hear ocean waves hitting a shore. That's it. Head empty.
Crashing on the shore.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you're having a minor freak out, but eating your fish. Twang.
Okay, panic.
Twang, you go to eat your fish with the rest of the group.
Most certainly.
As you kind of poke your mask out to like take a bite, there's sort of a from like the next table over, and you see the gnome woman who you'd interacted with earlier, and go, I thought so. You're not a gnome at all. Tricky.
You assumed I...
Tricky.
He's just gonna keep eating and try and dismiss this.
Tricky. And then goes back to eating her own food.
Everyone's having their own small little reactions happening.
Yelp. Captain Orcus kind of comes through, takes his own fish fillet and just sticks it on like a small loaf of bread to make like a sandwich, and then nods to everyone and goes, I'll be watching the deck. Enjoy your meal, folk. And goes to just like, you know, not have to worry about a plate and utensils as he goes to eat his up on the deck. Any further actions out of Aoife or anybody else?
Nope.
Chris, I believe you are muted. No? Okay.
Does Ashley recognize anyone on this ship?
I would say make a perception check.
No.
Absolutely not. He kind of...
She's never seen anyone.
Still processing this. Is this shark meat or not? Is a question that has like become like an obsessive loop on for you, and you're like, it's definitely not, but it could be, but it's not. I know it's not, but it could be. And you get a little stuck on a loop there for a minute. As people are finishing their food, Aoife, you notice the dragonborn,
Yeah.
The slender dragonborn woman from before has finished her food a while ago and is just sitting there kind of sipping at her at her drink, essentially
Is
waiting.
she people?
Huh?
Is
There's
she...
other crew have like stopped in and like sat and then gotten up and left, and she hasn't been like super awkwardly sitting alone the whole time.
Oh my god, is she crew?
Yeah, you believe she is crew.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait, did you say crew or?
Crew, yeah.
I don't know why. My brain heard grew, and I'm just like, what?
She grew?
Gore.
Suddenly, the little
We're
little
going
yellow
to steal
people.
the moon.
Come on!
That's what the fucking statue was about. It's all coming together.
Oh my god.
Aoife,
Mm.
you gotta.
What is she doing?
I get up and just go up to the deck.
Nyla, Ashy, Twang, as Aoife gets up to go to the deck, you see this woman get up and follow Aoife up to the deck.
Oh, fuck.
Aoife, you go to do you go to the to the edge of the deck somewhere to like sit and look out
I
for
go.
the water?
Yeah, I go king of the world this shit.
Oh, nice. You go.
Ashley's gonna like watch from a distance, and be like, "What the heck is going on?"
No.
About to be murdered? About to be assassinated?
Uh-oh.
Nyla sees this and it just like grabs Ashley. It's like, hey, why don't we go over? Why don't we go over here and
I don't know what
investigate-
I don't know what you want to ask me. I'm gonna just try to get away from her, just like, nah.
Tyranny check.
Yes or no? So Nyla is going to do her best to try to be like, yeah, let's not go over there. Let's just hang out down in this space over here. It just like starts talking about nothing. Just the most vapid fucking bullshit. She is doing her best to try and wingman this shit.
What a lad.
Ashley is still gonna be trying to get away. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I just want to know what the heck is going on.
There's nothing going on. Everything is totally cool and groovy. Just
If
don't,
that's
just don't.
if that's the case, why don't you leave me alone?
Because you keep trying to go follow Aoife and you need to not.
Why?
You don't
And
sense
then-
subtlety very well.
Nyla just leans over and just sort of like whispers just to Ashi and it's like, okay. So you know how you have very specific reasons why you don't want us to kill Iguan and you don't want to talk about that? You know that?
Fair, but
Aoife has very specific reasons why she doesn't want us to follow her right now, and she wants to be alone, and we're not going to talk about that. Okay?
Well, that conversation's all happening at the back end of the boat. Up at the front, Aoife's managed to, get up to the rail that, is up on the edge over there. The other Dragonborn woman kind of leans her back against it, nearby you. He's like, I was actually hoping to show you something.
Yeah.
I have a couple.
What's her name?
Nina.
I'm Aoife. Hi.
Sorry. Ninu. Aoife. Well met.
Well met.
I have a collection of trinkets down in my cabin. My cabin mate's on duty at the moment, so I could show you whenever we have a few days on the water, so if ever you need
Yeah.
distraction.
Sure. Let's go.
Now. Sure.
Right now.
Sure. And kind of walks back towards the stairs. Still, it's kind of like an argument of like Nyla and Ashy kind of going back and forth next to the stairs as the two of you walk by.
She walks by as Ashley's going, ugh.
The two of you head down to a cabin, and there is a. It looks like it's a small privacy crew cabin. There are little like shotgun situations with like a hammock that can be hung up. There's clearly two trunks for gear, like so that there's two people using one hammock, and they have a sleep schedule that's opposite essentially. And she kind of goes down to her foot locker type thing, unlocks it, opens it up. Give me a perception check.
It's a murder weapon. 16 flat.
16, yeah. You notice a few things. It's a pile of random crap in there. There you do see kind of a familiar looking smooth red stone, with some kind of seems to be on something in the pile of stuff. But the thing that she pulls out is a cloth wrapped thing that pulls up off the top and opens it up, and you can see that the skull of the fish that you caught has been cleaned, like fully cleaned to the point of being practically sun bleached, which you don't even know how that could have happened by now. And then it's in the process of getting like silver foil covered and smoothed so that it's sort of like silver plated. So I'm not done with this one yet, and pulls out a separate one, and it's like a mounted fish skull that's been like plated essentially so that it could be a silver plated trinket of the sea kind of thing. I only do it for the silver fins. That's one of the reasons people get excited from when one gets caught, because it's an excellent meal that can feed the whole crew plus passengers. But then I get to silver coat it, and if we have it's said we have a good luck journey if we get enough that everyone gets one. So we're most of the way there. We have another month or two to get 3 more, and then that's the whole crew. So thank you for getting that.
That's my pleasure. This is amazing. Where'd you learn how to do this?
A few people. There's always a friend in town to help process the fish. You're a rogue. You pick up the thieves' cant. Idea that it's slowly communicated, but in a phrasing that a regular person that doesn't know thieves' cant would have just shrugged off. But details in like there are those who gut the fish in society is sort of the theme that's going on, but there are those who strike at corruption and evils within society and then plate them and mount them on the wall for others to see.
Oh.
There's a vibe shift as you understand what she's saying, where the nervous, stumbly, kind of awkward, almost teen, but not teen, but like a younger woman, like kind of not sure of the situation, is actually like someone discussing how it can be useful to murder people that are in positions of power if they're not using that power for good ends, and is kind of poking at, are you one of the people who could be counted on to eliminate someone of undue influence?
Hot.
So yeah, it's just if you're interested in fish processing, making sure everyone on the boat is fed and taken care of, then that's pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, I like to look out for those that stay close to me. Um,
How close? And she gets closer to you.
ah!
I smell some gay shit.
I think I need to roll a charisma check at this point because I'm panicking. And we just gotta let Eva deal with this on her own. I can't
you're gonna make the
anymore.
dice. You're gonna make the dice decide the scene.
I don't know.
So suddenly the scales are changing color.
Sure. Make a persuasion check.
Hold on.
Does the Black Dragonborn blush? Is always a good question.
Right? No.
Yeah.
I don't think that I blush. I think my scales, they stand up.
Because they are like blades, also.
Yeah, they're like little blades. They're just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't trim her
let's
nails.
Just do that because I
don't know why. I just pictured toothless.
It's fair.
It's not. Okay. Oh, but my persuasion is high, isn't it? Damn. Okay. 17.
You're holding it together for whatever outcome you want to go for.
All right.
She kind of looks up at the lantern and goes, it's both of us, although we're different, I think we'd both pretty much disappear in darkness.
Does prestidigitation do candlelights?
If you want to snuff out, if you want to use magic and snuff out that candle, I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm doing that.
Doing that. And things happen in the darkness, and we'll move on from there as it's too dark to see.
I sense the gay.
I sense the gay.
Pride.
Happy Pride. We missed out.
Pride
we missed out on some Pride Month games due to
Happy Wrath.
Yeah, Happy Wrath.
Well, we don't know what they're doing. They could be playing.
Just be more gay this month.
Well, we don't know what they could be doing there. Maybe they're playing like in the dark Jenga.
They're playing
In the
Risk.
dark
That's
Jenga.
why it takes so many hours.
Texas is like, maybe we'll ban sodomy, and the rest of us are like, hold my beer.
Yikes.
Pretty fucking much.
Anywho, the rest of the crew.
Our scene shifts to the rest of the crew all banging it out. No.
Speaking of rails.
Everybody get railed.
Maybe this was the right shit.
Look, I was muted during that. I didn't say anything. And Chris gave me a look.
You were giving looks the entire time.
I didn't say anything though. I was muted. I muted.
Oh my.
No, like that time and Nyla was just like, look, Nyla and Ashley are just like, yeah, no, this is fine. And just, again, the most vapid, random conversation that means absolutely nothing. Just
Oh my. Well, I'd say everybody get some rest for the evening.
Do we?
Well, some of you get some rest for the evening.
I just thought of the random conversation that could have happened.
Right. I'm not sure if... Okay.
Nyla tries to telling Ashley about, like, Bahamut and stuff. She's like, I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I just like the water.
It's like finally bedtime and Frank's just over here. Where is everyone?
I would like Ashy to roll me a d12.
Oh
Why?
god.
Oh, boy.
How does the night go?
Why?
7.
Okay.
And then I think we'll go with Twang for one more d12.
Oh, I'm rolling one.
This
Oh,
feels
boy.
suspicious.
Yes, it does. I also got a 7.
So the same thing?
Oh.
Wow.
7, gang.
Oh, the match. Why do they have to match?
7-Eleven.
Yep.
Dolphin. Can
Oh my
it please
God.
be a good thing? Look how cute Trinket is. Make it be good.
No.
That is an adorable little cat.
That was so
I love
cute.
them.
Trying to wriggle away. She's like,
Well, no, she keeps like running into stuff and messing with things. It's like, honey, please stop.
Yeah.
She's confused because normally it's bedtime right about now, and we're not going to bed.
Right.
Mood.
We love animals with schedules.
Oh, I hit the
has a
wrong
little
button.
calendar. Just what does the 7 mean?
Well, the double sevens. Doo-doo-doo. Nice. On your third day, the second day goes uneventful. On your third, you are on deck. Early morning, the rest of the party has come out as well, but you do see, kind of on the horizon, a fast approaching, very small ship. No sail on it whatsoever. And you kind of are the first to look out and see what looks like a pair of dolphins, essentially pulling a small ship the way a pair of horses would pull a cart on land. And it's around the same size frame, and there are two humanoids on board approaching the ship.
Can I vibe check them
Yep.
from this distance?
Make an
The
insight
vibe
check as they
check.
start to come within range.
Okay. Okay, what's my insight? 10 plus 12.
There's
total.
there's
12
no
total.
weapons raised. It's not large enough to have a cannon or anything. Like, you're not sure what they would do to your
Okay.
ship if they had a violent intent of some kind.
Captain Arcus.
Aye.
That normal over there?
I say no. That's an odd sight. It's an odd world, though, but hopefully they turn before they get too close. He kind of ding 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 ding, just twice rings a bell. A couple of crew that aren't specifically doing anything come up onto the deck. Looks like they have some weapons on them, but they usually do.
I wave at them.
Yep. Verka kind of takes the steer and he goes to the edge. Away! They pull up next to the ship, and you can see the dolphins are fully pulling it, like a pair of horses. You see two women, extremely elongated, pointed ears. Almost looks like some kind of leather that you're not placing. It forms some sort of outfit and armor. They yell up in Elven. Who of you speak Elven?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Amazing question.
Oh, not I. Could it be me?
Couldn't be me.
Anyone on the
I
crew
speak
speak?
Elvish.
Look
Hey.
at you! Look at
Hey, there
you!
you go.
A book girl.
Look at you with your big brain and knowledge of stuff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am a woman in STEM.
There's a call up of the Elvish of a permission to come aboard.
They want to know if they can come aboard.
Tell them if they come in peace, absolutely.
If you're chill, then yes.
There's a nod up, and one of the Verka up at the helm yells down, like, "And at the rope ladder! They need it!" To climb! Rope ladder gets attached and handed down. They kind of attach to the ship. The ship slows so that it's easier for the two vessels to be both moving forward. The two of them climb up. Look around. Again, just in Elvish to you, because you seem to be the one translating. Some of our diviners have spotted one of ill intent on board, and we wish to search the belongings for a mark of a betrayer.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Could you be a little more specific as to what type of thing you're looking for?
Indeed. A figurine, one marked and contaminated for ill intent. Something of divine intertwining, blasphemed upon.
Wow, that seems that is very, very, very bad. It's like I'm clutching my holy symbol at this point. It's like, oh wow. Now I will tell the captain and see if he can pull everybody around and like have them produce their things for. I'm not in charge here. I'm gonna talk to him second. And like, as I turn to go talk to Orcus, I like make eye contact with Aoife, and I'm just like, and trying to get, and I'm trying to.
Oh, listening, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, so is this thing on? And I was like, hey, do you still? And I was like, do you still have that figurine?
I do, yeah. We're gonna bring it back to place, right?
Might be a good idea for that to end up in somebody else's belongings literally as fast as is possible.
Well, if they're just looking for the thing, can I just give it to them? Can I just be like, hey, we found this and we took it with us?
You can try that. I don't know that they're going to accept that we just found it.
As you two are having that conversation, Verka hands off the controls to somebody else, and then comes down and is translating for the captain with their sea elves. They are an aquatic subspecies of elf, and they talk back and forth, and the captain's like nods and agrees. All of you on deck, stay up here. There's something very important that needs to be checked. We may bring you down to unlock your cabinets if something of great danger is on board and we need it searched and found. So please stay here. We'll conduct our investigation and let you know what's going on as soon as possible. A couple other passengers kind of look confused, but they just take a seat to like wait.
Might be too late.
I don't think it's too late. I'm gonna say I have it. I'm gonna say I have it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I have it. Hey, guys!
It'll be fine. Okay.
Is that pause and look over?
To like, yeah, whatever elven authority.
Verka kind of
is still
walks
up
over
here.
and goes, well, I'll be translating, so, yes, what's going on?
I think that I might know what they are looking for. And I wanted to be made very clear that I did not know what it was when I took it upon me. We found it on the roof of the place we were staying, and it looked suspicious.
I understand, dear. It kind of does the Elvish translation. Old Lady Elvish is hilarious to watch. There's something deeply comedic about Old Lady Elvish. There's sort of a back and forth, and he goes, oh, I have wonderful news, dearie. They're not looking for you. Whoever's been using this has been praying into it, and actively seeking intervention. So Don't worry. Where's yours secured in your cabin? Is that where it's?
Yeah, mine's secured in my cabin. Yeah, I believe so. It should
Very
be with
good.
my stuff.
You'll have you join us, and just so we can collect it, and they can confirm. But then they'll have to do their investigation beyond that as well.
All right. Good to know. All right, I'm good.
All right. You kind of walk
Alright.
them down. Walk them down to your cabin, and they sure enough find that, and they nod and go, "Yep, that's sort of what they're looking for." You can head back up to the top, though. They said they peered into your mind and confirmed that you were telling the truth, that this is nothing of concern as far as that. So, my apologies for the violation of your independence and everything, but, they felt like doing it. And then send you up to go up to the deck.
My apologies for the... That's so fun.
But they felt like it, so
They felt like it.
It's so funny. Can I
I'm so
insight check
sorry
everyone
he's
else
doing
is up there? That's like on the just the upside of the deck.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Insight's +2. That's not that much. It's 14, I think. Insight.
14 insight. Nice.
Insight +2, yeah.
You see Ninu on deck, which doesn't make sense. She should be sleeping right now.
Yeah.
But she has gotten on deck and looks a little uncomfortable. Is sort of like foot and leg tapping, which isn't normal. Hasn't been normal for her for the last few days. You two have been hanging out. Hanging out, because it's a hammock up in there.
Yeah, hang out, yeah.
Brain not fucking in a hammock. That's not a thing that happens.
No.
Oh, no one. No one
in
should.
In a fantasy world, no.
No. That's just the after. You can hang out in the hammock afterwards. Some time goes by. The captain comes on deck with the two scowling sea elves after a time. And the captain yells up into the scaffolding and goes, "Mr. Hare! If you come down, please." You see someone in the crow's necks kind of look a little confused and start making his way down the rigging. Everybody who feels like, make a perception check.
Sure, why not?
11.
No thoughts, head empty.
18 with +6.
18, nice.
That lucky sword ability score is coming in handy.
Yeah.
No, Milo wasn't looking.
Nyla!
22.
Coming in with the big hitter.
Almost. Nyla, as you look, something strange happens. You're not sure. The wind might have caught it. You don't know what, but a rope rung that the sailor was putting his foot into as he transitioned from being roped in for the upper scaffolding to coming down to the middle scaffolding comes loose, and he falls. And he falls a good 30 feet to the deck. That is instant death. There is a crack. Huh?
Spare the dying, healing word.
No, that is a double his hit points of falling damage. That is an instant hits the deck.
See, I considered Featherfall, and I was like, it's a fall. It'll be fine. All right.
Higher up than you expect, the sailing vessel's mass and sails to catch enough wind to pull it forward, and he plummets and hits wrong, and is just enough for him to just be instantly out. There's a gasp from everyone on board. They go, oh. The captain's like, Don't feel too sorry for the lad, Mr. Hare. We found a tribute to the betrayer gods in his things from the divinations of the sea elves. He must have been praying for their return for some time, and they've caught up with us to take him in, but unfortunately he's met his end. I would thank him for his service. And there's sort of a spit onto the deck, which actually is probably the most disrespectful thing you can do to a fallen sailor, is spit on the ship in their name. Yes. Many of us have lost loved ones to the followers of these evils, and I have no remorse for the falling of someone who followed them. Back to your stations! And all of you fine passengers, my apologies for how these events have revealed some ugliness on board.
Mm-hmm.
The sea elves kind of gather the body, lower it down to their ship, and there's some talk back and forth with Virka. There's some nods, and they get onto their ship and start to ride away, pulled by the dolphins. Not sure how to say sail, but they're not sailing. But their ship gets pulled away. Yours gets to continue on its path.
Mm-hmm.
Aoife, your eyes have kind of been on Nina, or Ninu this whole time. But she doesn't make eye contact. She just kind of head down, makes her way below decks. Captain stops her at the stairs, and they have kind of a slight back and forth, but Captain Orcus gives her a pat on the back, and then she heads down.
Follow.
She has closed, and you hear the lock of the door. She doesn't look back at any point to see you following, but just shuts and locks the door for her room.
Ashley's just gonna look at Nyla's like, so she can follow people, but I can't.
I mean, technically you are following your person, so.
I mean, yeah.
Brainwave, because I imagine I've used it a couple times. It's been a couple days.
Yeah.
With her. Just saying.
Dirty talk's way better, like, in your brain than, like, the awkward saying it out loud.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ninu, I just need to know that you're alright. And just leave it at that, yes.
There's a back. Yeah, totally fine. I mean, that was my bunkmate. So I'm a little shaken. If you'll just give me a little bit.
Oh, feels shitty. Can I don't know, insight check the voice, like if it's...
Yeah, insight check, go for it.
Yeah, like remorse of that, or... I guess, I don't know if... Fear. Well...
Well, you beat her 9, so...
Oh, nice.
No, there's something else going on. Exactly what, you're not sure, but no, she's hiding something. You also hear some ruffling going on. Sounds like going through a trunk.
Okay. I head back up and was like putting together. We're just like, oh, she like kill higher ups for the good of the people. Yeah.
Sure.
Up onto deck.
Hey,
That's
so
not dark. Yeah?
yeah, it did. So, how's your friend?
Shaken up, that was her bunkmate, so I'm just gonna give her some space.
Oh, Laura, we can't
Just
hear
gonna
you.
throw.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Just gonna throw this out there real quick. So, that anybody was anybody else looking at the rope when he fell?
I didn't catch. What do you mean?
I don't think anyone caught him.
I don't think he fell. That was interference.
Are you saying that he
Is I mean, could the elves have done that?
I mean, untying a rope or breaking a thing, that's not hard.
Right.
You make somebody fall. Like that's pretty easy to do. Like you could do that. You didn't do that. But
I
you
did
could do No,
Yeah.
I know. It's a cantrip. It's mage hand. Like that's not difficult, but
Aoife, you would know that other than people of your very specific specialty, Mage Hand makes a visible hand.
You can see it,
You see it do things, and there was none of that.
Yeah.
But it's very low level shit, is what I mean. Like that, tons of people could have done that.
Yeah, I mean that's suspicious. I'll give it that.
Yeah, no. So that guy got murdered.
Yeah. I guess that's what that means.
And if he got murdered,
I mean, apparently, if maybe seems to me that he was murdered for being a bad guy. I don't know. If the elves did it, if they're being, it maybe it's not the best way to deal with justice or anything, but what's your theory here?
Nyla's going to just like walk over and like just like put her hand on Aoife's shoulder and say, I don't think the elves did it. I think whoever killed him is someone who is trying to shift blame very quickly.
All right.
makes sense?
Because conveniently the person who the relic of the betrayer belonged to just randomly died. It's a little suspicious.
That's a little suspicious. All right, I'll give you that.
So maybe it actually belonged to somebody else. And that person.
I'm with you.
Hmm?
I'm with you here.
Yeah.
Should we? Are we putting ourselves into this? Are we gonna find who did this? Are we looking at that right now? How many days do we have left on the ship right now? Let's level with me. How many days do we have left on the ship?
Question. How many days do we have left on this boat?
Y'all are gonna be pulling into port like tonight.
Tonight. Damn.
We don't got a lot of time here. We don't got a lot of time. Well, we don't have a ton of time. Go ahead.
Sorry, no. I'm willing to ask around, but I guess we don't have enough time. How long? They could be docked for a while. Who knows what business they would have on land? I'm sure that betrayer god followers don't just confine themselves to the sea.
Yeah. So I guess the first question that maybe we should ask ourselves is what do we think, because it wasn't our weird betrayer god relic thing, is if any
Right.
of
Well,
us
obviously.
saw something similar to that anywhere, I think is what we need to ask ourselves.
Aoife tries to go back in brain.
Brain
Thinks
mode.
real hard about this.
Back
It's
in
like,
brain.
oh man,
If any of
oh
us see
man.
anything like that,
God, did I
anywhere around.
notice? Um, I don't really. I mean, I can ask. I can look around. I think I've gotten kind of an in, maybe with the not fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Sure.
check up on that and get back to you. You can do you listen. Let's both divide and conquer. You
Okay.
ask some questions. I'll ask some questions. We can come back. We can get the other two in on this.
Okay, yeah, no, we'll everybody will ask questions. You, however, the only questions, because a couple of times these past few days it's like, oh, I'm gonna go have a talk, and then we don't see you for 6 hours. So no, you're not allowed to do that.
We're on a. How far can I get? You all know where I am. It's
You know where you are.
yes.
Ava, you receive a mental message, like from the message cantrip, in your head, from Ninu, being like, "Hey, they gave me my shift off, and I have a cabin all to myself. So if you want to come on down."
Best case scenario, your college roommate dies. Hey babe, my college roommate is gone now.
Oh boy.
Got the room to myself,
I got
guys.
both bunks.
Okay, yeah. Both bunks. Which one do you want, top or bottom bunk?
Yeah.
This is the one. It's the meme where it's just like, "Hey, come over." No, I'm busy. My parents aren't home.
But the meme is that your parents are dead in the situation.
We watched your parents die an hour ago.
Yeah. All right. We should start now. We don't have a lot of time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'll take the lower deck.
Of course.
She's gonna go fuck her evil girlfriend.
What? Why would you think that? God.
She's gonna go make out with her evil girlfriend.
Probably not actually. I do go below right now.
go to the lower deck.
Yeah.
One.
What else is it new? Small ship.
Makes sense. You do get down there. I'm guessing you go to Ninu's room.
Yeah.
There's, as you go to knock, the first knock it unlocks.
Okay.
There's no like time for a second knock; it just unlocks immediately. By the second knock, she just opens the door and like grabs you by the clothes and pulls you in. Shuts and locks the door behind you. It's like, hi.
Are you all right?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, it was obviously freaky. I didn't really. I mean, we were bunkmates, but part of that was us never interacting, basically. So there's not a huge history. He was asleep when I was working, and then I was asleep when he was working.
Right. Did you I guess I couldn't help notice. Did you maybe know about his affiliations or something? You seemed quite nervous. aboard above deck?
Oh, sea elves freak me out sometimes. They have a there's a we come through here a lot, and they're always coming on board and looking for things, and it's always really invasive, and makes you nervous. Sometimes when you're the kind of person that gets looked at a lot. Yeah, go for it.
All right, 16.
Dice slowly
Uh,
rolls.
You're unsure if it's just because you want to believe that she's not the issue, but you believe she's not the issue. Enough of her story is plausible enough to.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those they really overreach their authority for and I have kind of opens up her trunk and kind of shuffles to the bottom of the pile of random stuff, which you got to look at last time or the first time, and down at the bottom kind of pulls up a coin purse out of a box that's been set in a way that where it's almost functions as a hidden compartment in the bottom, but opens it up and there's a little sack of coins and goes, I've been saving up, and opens it up and there's little bits of oh, somebody's got me too loud on their speakers. Little bits of coral that have been polished and carved into pieces that can be sold. It goes, I'm probably gonna be able to get about 300 or 400 gold out of these, and I've got another 200 saved. So, but if they find the coral, you're technically not supposed to take it, and they take offense to that. So, it's not bad. It grows pretty well out here. It's not endangered or anything. Most of the value's from carving, and but they find it. I'm maybe taken away and jailed instead of getting to get off the seas for a little while. So
yeah, no, that'd be scary. I know my fair share of having things I shouldn't.
I know we haven't known each other long, and you don't owe me anything on that front. But I was hoping I can trust you with that, and that you. I hate to say it, but I was hoping you'd cover for me a little bit, because I'm technically not supposed to have this, and so if there's any lingering suspicions, I'm just hoping they're not aimed at me, because this could get me in some trouble. But I don't want to toss it, because this is my ticket on the land for a while.
I completely get it, Liz. No, I'd do that for you.
There's a few things I do for you. She blows out the lantern.
Nah, my guy. Nah, my guy. We just saw murder on this boat, my guy.
Very bad.
You prestidigitation relight it right away. You're like, well, hold on.
Listen, babe. No, it's just timing.
Right. No. Yeah.
Maybe
sorry.
Later, but it's a little fresh in the mind,
Yeah.
Little.
I think I just reacted by blanking it, and so.
Oh no, we all do this differently. We all take everything differently. I do this my way. I understand. If I look around, is the room? Does it seem like she did anything to the room in the time she was down here?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh, what's my investigation like? Okay. Similar. 18.
18?
Yeah.
Pretty clearly, there was a hastily... there's no real reason for these footlockers to have been, moved around, but you can see pretty fresh scuff marks, and you've been in here pretty regularly, so you're aware of marks on the floor that weren't there before from, dragging the footlocker around. Possible that happened when the Sea Elves did their, investigation or whatever.
Sure.
But also the lock on the bunkmate's side doesn't look like somebody took a key and got it open the way the captain would have to open up these footlockers. Has signs of being picked recently. You know, flaking off of the metal of the lock and things like that. So no, it looks like there was some moving stuff around and picking of locks and whatnot.
Cool.
Are you confronting any of that information, or?
I'm gonna exit the room for now.
Gotcha. Like, okay, we'll talk later.
Yeah, no, I'll see you tonight probably.
Sounds good. You head out. Door gets locked behind you as you leave.
What would I find it was the captain that she talked to a little bit before she went back down to her bunk, right?
Oh, Captain Orcus? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
You find him back on deck. He's retaking the wheel. He looks a little sort of irritated.
Irritated.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's been pretty even keel, for lack of a better term, the whole journey, but he's visibly like has a bit of a scowl, which is unique for him.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Do I get a vibe that one of my party members is like pretty good at insight or like looking into people?
I think Nyla was kind of your go-to person on knowing when stuff's up.
I find Nyla.
That we have King, the small kobold.
Yeah.
Ashy, the one who seems to be no thoughts head empty, and then Nyla, the only one you seem to talk to half the time.
Oh boy.
Basically, your whole party's probably chilling relatively close to each other. Probably find them on deck talking to other people.
I gathered the group and was like, guys.
Yep. What's up?
I think I want to talk to the captain about what happened.
Yes.
To be honest, if there I don't know that someone that worshipped the Material God was working alone on the ship. Right?
Fair. Gotcha.
So I think we can inquire about just like people maybe that were close or maybe knew even. Or something.
Gotcha.
Or something, yeah. And I don't really want to do this alone. So
Okay. Let's go talk to the captain then. That'll be fun.
la-di-da-di.
Heading up to the big wheel, being casually turned. He sees you all approach. Hey, can I help you, folks? Sorry for the... It's, been a day.
Completely understand. We just have some concerns, given our own proclivities, and like just gesture to my holy symbol, and it's like, that is there any possibility that maybe he wasn't working alone, or maybe there was somebody else who also worshipped the betrayers? Do we even know which one he was worshipping?
I'd find that incredibly unlikely. The idea that there were two under my watch is not fathomable for me. One I can brush off as someone particularly conniving, able to slip under my radar, gain my trust, and come on multiple voyages with me. Someone I've put in charge of the safety of my entire crew, watching out for dangers. Yeah, you have another?
Someone he converted, maybe.
Unlikely. Everyone knows of the betrayers. Everyone knows the danger they possess, and that if they were to return, they would simply be blindly murdering all those who weren't their direct followers, immediately followed by their own direct followers. The death of all life doesn't have much appeal to even the most grizzled of sailors.
Do we know which betrayer god he was worshipping?
The one who can't be known. The
Fucking hell, Jeff.
No, it's a you would know as someone who that wasn't like a shitty retort. That was a deep lore.
I know what you mean.
There's
someone that shall not be named.
A betrayer. One betrayer has ever been struck down fully. The rest imprisoned, some forever, some banished to other realms, but only one destroyed. When the Moonweaver ascended, everything, including the name of the old god of death, was forgotten, as he was sundered from all existence. So, I don't know what they were planning to accomplish by sending prayers up into that void, but their attempt is sin enough.
Gotcha.
Insight.
Sure, insight check. I like the insight.
Sight in.
Look insight of in.
Yep. Nyla with a 25 insight.
Nice.
The
Much
captain
better than I did.
is fully sincere in everything he's talking about. And he knows a little bit of religion. You don't see a holy symbol brandished or anything, but you get the vibe of, like, you know, family man that goes to the services and knows a bit, you know. Yeah. I'd say with the insight, you also, although your eyes caught the rope, you are remembering the expression of the sailor and being called down to be talked to, and being the mild annoyance and then casually coming down from the scaffolding is not one of someone who's worried about being found out. This seems like setup and an innocent man who got tripped and somehow invisibly tripped in front of everyone and neck snapped on the deck.
Yeah. I was really hoping that some people might have just gone along with what was being said earlier, and I didn't have to bring up that, oh, he didn't even... It's fine. Okay, thank you for talking to us. I don't know what we're doing now.
If we are able to just leave and find our quarters. I'm assuming we're sharing a room somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of them.
Four of
I'm
you.
assuming you have two, technically.
Technically, yes, but I would hope to share with just you. I'm just gonna be with you guys in a private area right now.
You all head down to your room. The hammock that hasn't been unfurled in a couple days gets set up so that Aoife can sit.
Oh, it's really roomy in here, guys.
It is.
I love that Aoife's never actually been in
Never
our room,
walked
and she
in.
has no idea where it is.
Yeah.
Probably just stops by, says hi, and suddenly vanishes for another few
Yeah. Well, Aoife was probably, keeping her stuff in the whatever footlocker that you had.
Oh, my stuff is
Yeah.
Stuff should be there. Wang, are you kind of you're like stealthy, right?
What?
Wang, you're like stealthy.
I guess.
Yeah. at least between those others. How are you with like lock picks?
I will be honest, I've never tried it.
Well, shit.
I could like hit it particularly hard and they tend to fall off. I wouldn't know if that's lock picking though. That's more lock smashing. Though I am good at that.
Oh,
Can I roll to know if I am good at lock picking?
It would just be whether or not you have proficiency in thieves' tools.
if other people try lockpicking, is it just like that as a disadvantage?
It's more like if you fail by enough, you can screw up the lock and just fully
Oh.
make it fail.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well,
That said, if you think through, if you're thinking of picking locks into Ninu's room and stuff,
yeah.
she got dismissed from her only remaining shift before they make a port.
Yeah. No, I know that.
Yeah, so she's in her room.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not the one who was going to do it.
How do you know her schedule?
She told me her schedule.
What?
What if you pretended I was a Dartigan and threw me at the door so hard it busted open, and then we could play it off like it was an accident?
You know, I'll table that for now, but that's a good idea.
There might.
I
I'm
have
up for that.
reason to believe, and I just want to put this out there. I just want to know, because I just want to know the kind of person I would spend my time with. If that this is happening, I don't know that what we want to do with that information, but I have reason to believe that Ninu might have something to do with what happened today. Maybe. Just putting it out there. I know, I'm shocked too, Nyla. Given the fact that she is off her shift today, I was kind of hoping that I'd hang out with her in another, just not in her room, and one of you would maybe look through it just to find any evidence of the thing. Because there's a specific, and I just reiterate, like, what was off about the room with the scuff marks and the locks. That it wasn't not how it used to be in that room, and it was done, it seems, pretty quickly. So, just for peace of mind.
Hmm.
I just thought of something.
Mm.
Is there a window in her room?
Is it on the port side? Or is it, like, in the center? Okay. Mm-hmm. Ah! No window. No window.
Realized I was muted for that wonderful swinging pun.
I have a plan. I can try to leave, just have the door open, but one of you needs to be able to get in there, preferably undetected, and able to look around without leaving traces. Maybe multiple of you, but one is also nice.
I suppose I can try.
You can absolutely try. And look, of the three of us, you're probably the best bet on this one. I'm just going to say, because, you're better at sneaking.
Hang on. I need to soak this in real quick. Did you say I was the best at something?
I did say that.
I'm in. All right.
Small compliment. I'm in.
No.
I do. Don't fuck up my shit.
You are trusting the wrong person.
Alright.
um,
Oh boy.
Um,
I'm hoping to wait till like a later time also. Just well, it's more quiet on the boat, I guess. Maybe. Yeah.
where is that
I keep
cabin in
being muted.
relationship to ours?
Oh,
No.
Baby being a baby. So
As
yeah,
they do.
deck has gone pretty calm. Land being spotted caused a little excitement. Everybody heads back down to their cabins to pack. What are Nyla and Ashy doing? I was distracted by a baby.
Uh,
Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna have Ashy kind of like have her little wyvern kind of like fly towards land, and she'll tell him to kind of just let him know that that she's coming soon.
Oh, okay. So to
oh, that's good.
do your
Oh, yeah.
announcement, or have your familiar do an announcement of "I am arriving," and those who are in the know will know it's you arriving. Yep. Nyla, do anything to help set up, or just keep an eye on things?
Where is Ninu's cabin in relationship to ours?
Probably another deck down from yours. So you all would be kind of above it and a little off to the side. You wouldn't be like directly above it or even on the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You all know like the angle basically. Like you can you have a mental position idea of where it's at. You know, up and to the port. You know, kind of thing.
Gotcha. So, in that case, Aoife, where are you luring her away to?
I was just gonna bring her above deck.
Okay. All right, solid. So, I am going to real quick cast Bless on Twang.
Nice.
Okay. You've got this. You got this. You just gotta get in there and check some stuff out and see if you can find any dirt. This is gonna be fine. You're gonna handle this. And I'm just gonna be 30 feet away.
Okay, I think that's the part that matters. No,
30
no.
feet away.
I am right on the edge of this spell radius.
Yeah.
I mean it in the most loving, friendly way possible, but yeah, stay away.
Stay
I'm
away.
far away. You've got this. I believe in you. You're gonna be great. Do what you gotta do.
Alright.
And I'm gonna keep a lookout to see if anybody is coming.
Nice.
And I guess Twang will just kind of sit around
Wait
and
for
wait
my
until.
signal.
Wait in the
Is what
darkness.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was about to say. He'll
Oh,
just
hell
chill
yeah.
about.
All right, Aoife, go ahead.
Alright. I will knock on the door.
Yeah.
Um,
It takes a half second, but then it unlocks and opens. Oh, hi.
yeah. Hi.
Practically on land now. We're gonna have to get a room.
I was actually hoping we could take a walk about the deck for a little bit before we settle back in for the night.
She kind of like looks back and goes, yeah, one sec, and just you can see she was starting to like unpack up into a sack, but just
Right.
like puts the sack in the footlocker, shuts and locks it.
And I'm gonna keep a hold on the door, so, while she's doing that, and I want to work it that when she's ready to leave, I will close the door behind her.
Right. Yep. She comes out, but she has also the key to the room.
Right.
And is, you're going to.
Are these doors? They don't lock automatically, do they?
No. Yeah. Shut it and
Okay.
then lock it. So,
Yeah.
you're holding the door for her, but she kind of comes out and turns around
you
to
lock
you.
me outside. That makes sense.
There is not currently an opening. Twang, I imagine, like kind of sitting and waiting for the opening, but she's not. You'd have to distract her, basically.
Yeah. Damn, I was hoping it was going to be a situation where she locked it from behind and then closed it.
Oh no.
Does Mage Hand work? I don't know why that would happen that way. Work with the other side of the door.
Oh, you can put your mage hand somewhere
On the other
and then
side
you can
before
kind
I
of mentally
close it.
control it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. I'd
so
say make a
try
sleight
to
of
do
hand.
that.
Make a sleight of
Yeah.
hand check for me because you have to still cast the spell. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can
I think
you can see where you want to put the hand though. So
it's a visual and somatic thing. Yeah. Okay, but sleight of hand is also not bad. I'm pretty sure. +5. 14 plus 5 is 19.
Yeah, that beats her passive. You put your hand inside she kind of gives you a smile as you holding the door for her, but shuts it, locks it. Twang sitting there waiting for a moment that looks like is just never going to come to pass. But as you walk away, you try to unlock it from the inside, essentially.
Yeah. Should I make a check for that?
Yeah, another sleight of hand check, but disadvantage as you can't see what you're doing.
Can't see it. Yeah. Ah!
You also can't feel it, but
Woo!
but there's a possibility.
It's just like God.
What?
Sorry, 15.
You can't see it, can't feel it.
But there's a possibility.
Let Jesus take me.
Micro penis
Hey, wanna
Jesus.
take the wheel?
Oh my. Anyways, there's like God has a micro penis joke in there, and because you can't see it, you can't feel it. Moving on. Yeah, 15 does it. The door unlocks from the inside. You all get out of that area, and kind of when on the edge of your influence over the hand, you have it open the door. Twang, you see the door open with everybody gone. You have a clear line to like rush in.
Might as well.
Yep. Pop in, shutting the door behind you. You see 2 locked footlockers. You don't know which one is which.
What would there like?
There's just one on the left, one on the right.
What are we thinking here, folks? I think right.
I don't know
is
if I'm
always
allowed to
right.
help you.
Yeah.
We're not in the room.
Twang gonna go for the one on the right or the one on the left?
Think of the one on the right.
Going for the right. All right. Make a thieves' tools check, which for you, not being proficient, is just gonna be a straight dexterity check.
But plus a D4.
Plus a D4.
Ah, yes.
Does Bless work that you just add D4 to checks?
I was about to say, wouldn't I just like roll a d4 after the d20 and then just add the d4 to it?
Yep.
Okay, well, for raw dexterity, we would be working with +5, so.
Nice.
Okay.
It's an 11
So 11 plus a D4.
Plus your D4.
plus the d4.
Woo!
You as you kind of look down, finally eventually pulling your mask up to get actually get your eyes directly at what you're doing. There's a bunch of scrape marks on the lock. and you have not found the pins to get this thing to do anything. You don't feel like you jammed it, though, so you could make another attempt.
They're gonna kill me.
You feel Nyla watching you with the bless on you.
With blessed.
He's metaphorically watching you.
Yeah.
I am too emotionally attached to this woman. he will try again.
Go for it.
Oh boy. 18 plus 5, 23.
Yes.
Nice.
23
+a D4.
plus a D4.
For the fun of it.
Right. 24.
24.
Yeah,
you don't know what the DC is.
You get and you feel the pins and you line it up and then the big lock just take it off the hinge, open it up. You see some relatively neatly stacked like clothes that have been like rummaged through pretty quickly. There's a little stash of looks like mouse skulls that have been set up. Each one has a really fine hole that's been placed in it, and there's a string of leather. It looks like there was a necklace being constructed, and that's it. You do see a little leather journal that looks like it got flipped through and then thrown back in to the footlocker. You can open it up and start thumbing through it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
See, this guy would have liked the rat staff.
Flipping through it, there's a fair mundanity of life on the ocean going through. Make an investigation check for me.
Okay, and
Plus a D4.
investigation is sadly one of my lower ones. We are rolling with a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 14 plus the D4.
Yeah.
A 1 again, so 17 overall.
17 takes you a minute, but you thumb through it, and you're not noticing any kind of cipher. You're not noticing any kind of like nefarious plans. It seems like a relatively straightforward sailor type of guy. So you feel like this is the bunkmate who snapped his neck on the deck. It's his footlocker, and there's not much to it.
Well, to not leave much evidence behind, you would
Right.
try and organize things back how they were in it before shutting it.
Yep. But there's no secret compartment you can find, no clues in the journal. Via the evidence here, there's nothing really pointing a finger at this guy, other than what the statuette that they pulled from the trunk. So.
Well, would I be able to take a crack at the left one?
Yep.
Well, might as well while we're here.
Go for it. You've burnt some time on this other one.
Oh. That's a nice number.
And a D4.
I keep rolling a 1 on the D4.
You just accept it's a 1?
Yeah.
Every time I think of the blast, it's just Nyla.
This lock is more complex than the other, but you do find the pins and pop it open. A bunch of it has been poured into a sack, it seems like. You starting with the sack or the footlocker?
I'm gonna say the locker.
Good. Digging through the footlocker, it's a bunch of bits and bobs. Fish bones that have been well cleaned. You see a few that have been like tied together into almost like symbols. Somebody's having like a craft time with, fish bones and whatnot. You find a little like carving knife, a little secret compartment box in the bottom. That you pop open, but it is empty. Make an investigation check for me.
Oh. Okay. So another +2 and the bless.
Gee.
That's a 19 with a 3.
Didn't
So
get a 1.
24.
24. In the bottom of the semi-secret compartment box, you go to pull the box out and you realize it's kind of glued down, and then slide your knife down the edge and find a little lip that it fits under, which pops up, and there's a little false bottom to the box that was in the bottom of the box. And tucked in there, you do find a little miniature journal that is some kind of preserved leather on the outskirt of it. And you kind of take the rope off and open it up. You see a map of the local area and the few cities around. And you see lines connecting 5 major points of interest. There's there we go. There's a marker in Greywall that is checked off with there's like a circle and a line from the center. In St. Olaf, there's a circle and a line. In Jewel of Dracovum, there's a circle and a line. In Mercium, a border town off the side, there's a circle and a line, and then there's a circle at Gelaruth with no line marker on it, and a sketch of 5 dragon heads have been made on the 5 corners of the pattern, marking some sort of draconic intent. There's a note of was able to get the one placed at the Jewel of Dracovum. There's one more to be placed in Gelaruth, and it can begin. And
Well, I think I found what I needed.
And then there is a note after that, and it goes, I have met someone who is kind and sweet and does that thing I like that I picked up, and you kind of go like, I shouldn't be reading any more of this.
That's a nut. That's obvious. I don't need that.
The rest of this seems just personal.
Yeah, that. No, thank you.
Actually, evil intentions.
It went from evil demonic probably plans to I met
the
this
ritual.
person.
Soon the ritual will
What's
be
the
complete in my
rom-com?
girlfriend's
No, I'm
ass. Yeah.
Well, I guess what Twang would do is he'd try to doll it up nice again, make it look like nothing really happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that might be what I've came here to get.
Yes. On deck, as you button up everything, get it locked away, quick enough that it's, you'll be able to get out of there before anyone will be wandering back down. Aoife, you led Ninu up to the deck, but she then takes the lead and leads you to the bow. It goes,
Okay.
So, Gelaruth has there's a really tall building near the seaside. The upper floors are a little pricey, but I've kind of always wanted to set up shop on an upper floor overlooking the sea. I don't know what your long-term plans are, but if you want somewhere to land on your adventures, I could make sure there's this, I was going to say spare room, but maybe just a large bed.
We U-Haul this shit.
Fantasy U-hauling.
Um,
You
I
know,
like that.
we should, obviously there's a connection, but maybe we can discuss, you know, long-term goals and values and things. I don't want to, no, you know, there's no pressure on you for anything, but I know you're heading to the city anyways, so, um, I'm just letting you know I'm going to be getting a place, and maybe you'll join me.
Maybe I will.
That'd be nice.
There was only one bed.
Specifically, not getting a guest room.
I came for Netflix and chill. Where's the Netflix?
It's a net, and people flick stuff at it. It's Netflix.
I've heard that game. It's
Um.
fun. Fun pastime for two.
Or two.
Ah,
Um.
This vampire hunter lesbian Romeo and Juliet story is garbage, and I love it.
If you're talking about what I think it is, my guy.
It's so bad. Why can't I stop watching it?
It's not even bad in a fun way.
It's not.
Um. Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, I've obviously not known each other very long, but I value your friendship.
I was hoping.
I don't know. That's not the way that's not meant to come out like that.
I was really
That's
hoping.
not. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm not
really
good at this.
hoping you mean companionship.
That's not how. Yes. No. That's a better word for it. You're right. You're really important.
I think you're really important.
And I just.
You know, people are gonna think we're sisters, right?
Oh, 100%. That happens with me and Nyla, honestly. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what kind of color you are.
That doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
It doesn't, but people just see a giant warrior and it's like, you probably know. You're traveling together. So, yeah. It's, from what I understand, it's a pretty common occurrence.
Well, Galeruth is a pretty diverse city, so probably won't get too much of that.
Maybe.
Obviously, random raids of pirates trying to gain power is, you know, a thing, but
I haven't heard much good about it.
I mean, it's not just pirates. It's sailors and their families, and you know, pirates a job essentially, so they also have families. So it's not like it's all stereotypical swashbuckly folks swinging from ropes. It's, you know, a mix of people.
Sometimes a cute shopkeep here and there.
Are we doing voices? Cute. We got a cute shopkeep.
Shopkeep there.
I'm a halfling.
Yes.
She crouches down a little bit and does like, she's already a little short for you, but you know, it does a little.
I don't know
thing.
how tall Yufa is.
Yeah, that's for you to decide right now.
I know. I'm just fuck.
Totally. N5.
And 5. As we make the rounds, closer we get to the
Right. You start
thing,
seeing
I'm just-
actual city on the horizon, and it's like, I really should probably get my stuff packed. I'll see you back up here, unless you want to help me pack.
Yes.
All right. Holds your hand and starts taking you below deck.
Yes.
Deja vu.
As we approach the door, how do I do this? Hold on. Instigating a makeout.
Oh, as you approach the door.
Okay, we're like outside the door, right? Where in which I want to grab her keys from her and open the door myself.
Oh.
Because I'm assuming the door wasn't locked behind Twang.
I would say give me a deception.
I'm not really trying.
check?
Yeah, because I'm not trying to hide that I'm taking the keys.
Right.
I'm just trying to take it from her.
Yeah. You're trying to make it hot
just
versus.
a power move.
Yes,
I mean,
pretty much.
I respect it.
Okay.
that would
Literally
work.
fine as long as it's not below. 14, and I'm pretty sure deception is my specialty. Yes, it is. 21.
21. Yeah, you've annihilated it. It's really it's done in a way that's very hot and very distracting. And you open it, or you put the key in as though to unlock it, and do the unlock motion, and then open the door, and you two go inside. We're gonna fade to black slightly, unless you.
Yeah. No, that's accurate.
I don't know what the dragonborn lesbian equivalent of cock blocking is, where you suddenly like switch the mood, but
Loika.
Call her your friend again.
yeah, there you go.
That'll work.
Twine just plays the flute outside the room now.
It gets a nat 1 again.
Yeah.
Roll a single.
I cast Bane.
Yeah. Times are had.
Sad.
Aoife actually is like probably of the mindset of Twang was basically here to confirm that she's not part of a evil cult thing, because there was a possibility. So, but I don't know how much you're doing that you're in. I don't know. We're fading black. We're moving on. Some stuff happens. There are some curious decisions that could be made there, but we're gonna move on.
Crossword puzzles.
Yes, very cross.
Precisely.
Not as many words.
Just hanging out, talking about how much they love Paylor. That's what it was.
Yep.
That's all that happened.
It's a big book of loving Paylor.
On your knees for Paylor.
Talking about taxes.
Yep.
Yes.
So she starts packing her trunk. As you all are approaching, and she's like, "Oh, can you go get our spot in line for disembarking? I got a few things I gotta finish packing up."
Sure.
Nice. Kind of winks at you as you head out the door. There's some, as you leave, you hear some more rifling as you get the rest of your stuff in her sack.
Yeah. I do that. I'll just take it. Yeah.
Just another minute or so. You get up there maybe a minute or two before she does. Mildly suspicious why she needed you to go like 1 minute before she did.
Yeah.
But sack on the back, you two getting in line to disembark. Twang, Ashy, Nyla, you're all probably also packed up and ready to disembark.
Ready to go.
Probably have Aoife's pack that you can just hand to her.
Oh, Jesus, sorry, thanks. I didn't pack it all.
Yeah.
Little
Even
distracted, friend.
she just shows up and realizes, oh wait, I've actually kind of been a dick to my friends.
Really cool cruise you've been on.
So as she everyone forgot her stuff, and as the ship's going away, she's like, "Wait!"
Uh-oh.
Actually, what did you think we were doing?
Looking at alcohol flavors.
Fair.
Oh, this one.
What is that supposed to mean?
You have your passions. I respect it.
Fair enough.
you all hear a call from the deck that the ship is approaching from. It goes, Ashy!
Hey!
E.
Ashley! Ashley!
She's now gonna. Oh.
I think you need to collect him.
So
She was fine until just Ashley Lily. She's
I think it's for you.
just that look of like when you hear that nickname you thought no one would hear. She's like, oh no.
But that was the best one.
A very large, very even larger bearded, rotund, piratiest pirate fellow that you have seen in your life is on the deck. Other people there to greet arrivals are shoved aside. There's looks like a couple of security that are nearby that are not able to keep up with him just shoving through the crowd. He goes, Ashy! Where's Ashy? Looks at the deck and goes, I can't see her! The innocent, incapable Ashy is no more! Who's this one who arrives in Galaruth?
Aw.
The ship kind of comes to a stop and is guided in place. Ropes start getting attached. Plank for people to exit. Gets set up. He rushes on board, so nobody actually gets to exit. And, out of the way! Out of the way!
The person who's first just gets knocked over like that.
You guys watch Ashy get. Oop! I'm getting reverb again from somebody. Ashy gets picked up and shaken a little bit, and then put back down. And goes, "That's a fine rifle on your back. Wonder where you got it." Is there his brains splattered across the mountain somewhere, or does he linger in the forest or in the ocean, or gods forbid on a desert of some kind?
Last I've heard, he lingers in the mountains.
Ah, he's a tough one to tend down. Oh, 3 wives have tried to kill that one. None of them have succeeded in the slightest. Oh, Ashy, I wish you well. No more crashing ships. From now on, we charge forward into the ocean to our fortunes.
Yeah.
The Captain Orcus from the head goes, Amma, you have not declared yourself to the captain of this vessel, and you've come aboard. He gets a deep look of concern on his face. He's like, Aye! I have.
Hmm?
You have my apologies, Captain. And turns back to Ashy. Looks like I got a little overexcited. You'll have to excuse me.
A little bit.
Hop on land, I'll handle this. Orcus! You've gotten fat. Let me help. Got a juicy elk on the spit. Half of it's yours. He goes, good enough. He kind of climbs down, and they kind of like shake hands with some respect, and then kind of follow the crew and the passengers onto the land. And you all arrive in Galaruth, a sailing vessel town bordered by a ton of islands out into the ocean. A major trade hub. And you can smell near the shore, apparently, this whole elk that is on a massive spit being roasted to be, carved and handed out as like a welcome aboard to the land. And we will have to follow up with that next time, as it's gotten much later than I expected.
That it most certainly has.
I'm glad we got through our U-Haul jokes, and we'll catch people next time. Heading out. The safe word's holy. Moving on. Bye bye now.